What is up, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? Happy Thursday, everybody. 360 people here already. It's a good Thursday, and it's just starting out. What's up, everybody? It's good to see you. See what's going on. I'm just going to minimize this. I hope everybody's having a good time. 134 over on Twitch, 231 over on YouTube. If you are, I'm curious. We're testing something new today. If you are here from TikTok, I did my first live call. The call of the wild, the call of tech out to the fine folks at TikTok. So give it a call. Oh, there we go. So we got Venti FC. So we have our first TikTokers, our first Tech Talk TikTokers coming in and checking us out. Welcome to the show. For many of you who have never done this, I think a lot of people from TikTok have seen me basically answer tech questions, but this is probably one of the best ways to interact with me because we end up doing entire builds 3 times a week. So this is a tech show dedicated to PC building. It's all we do really on the show here is PC build. We also talk about tech news, go over the latest tech, and then we'll show some stuff off every once in a while. But for the most part, this is really just, if you want to see a build, more than likely you're going to see it at some point in time. We just did a 4000D build. Today we're doing a Crystal 570X build, and then we do lots of things with 3080s. This is the stream that we will build. The Carter PC that we're going to be giving away will be one of these streams. So if you're new, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. The show is usually Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, starting at 6 o'clock. And for all of our tech talkers who are hanging out, of which, you know, we now have like, what, 25,000 or so, we're going to be reaching out to you guys and letting you guys know, and hopefully you can join this amazing community here on YouTube and on Twitch, which is awesome. So awesome to have some of you guys here hanging out today. I'm excited to have you here and answer questions. For those of you who don't know a little bit about our community, we have some incredible people, because obviously there's going to be, you know, blew my mind. Just blew my mind. I want to let you guys know. Yesterday, we had 26,000 people tune in. 26,000. So I just want to get you guys, I want you guys to understand, when we talk about this, I have a team of 17, mods and tech specialists who are part of this, who, when I'm streaming, guys, there's literally tens of thousands of people who hang out in the show. And so those guys are going to be there. So as you ask tech questions when I can't get to it, they will help you as best they can. And then also, you can also check out our Discord, which the link is basically, that'll start showing up here. So you can check out our Discord. It's another great place to go ask those questions, build PCs and all that stuff. I know a lot of you guys are probably on Carter PC's Discord as well, which is great. Again, you're going to have here, like where you have Carter and you have a much younger crowd, there you're going to have a bunch of like serious like PC professionals and all that sort of stuff. So you get the good mix between the two, which is really cool. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Justin Roby. I am the host of Robeytech. I love PCs. I love basically everything having to do with gaming and PC and stuff and all that sort of thing. And we have most people know, you know, we have a YouTube channel. Today we had some big milestones. Just crossed here for the first time, our first time cresting 5 million views on YouTube. So yeah, big congratulations there. 5 million views, and we just crested 90,000 subscribers. We're gonna be at 100,000 subscribers here before you know it. So I'm super stoked for all of you guys and everybody who for hanging out and being a part of that. You guys are an incredible community, and I'm excited about what's going on. Let's talk about the giveaways, because people are always excited about the giveaways. There's a couple giveaways that are happening, 3 giveaways that always happen on every show. The first one is basically it's one that's done by Twitch. So if you're over on Twitch, the way it works is we have this thing called Hype Train. We actually haven't done it yet, which is great, because I think it's because I'm starting so like on time now. If you go to what'll happen is people start subbing. You'll see it here happen pretty soon. If we get to level 5 twice in the 2 hours, the stream is about 3 hours. In the 2 hours, then we'll give away a 250 gig Western Digital NVMe drive. So that'll happen. The other giveaway that we always do, and there it goes right there. Thank you, Venti. I appreciate that. The other one that you're going to see is, you see this little bar down at the bottom. So no matter what, we give away a $25 New A gift card. We haven't ever just given a $25 New A gift card. As we get more subs, as we get 45 subs, that'll become a $50 New A gift card. If we get 90 subs, that becomes a $100 New A gift card. If we get 125 subs, that becomes a $150 New A gift card. Here's a challenge to you. Challenge to you. All of you new folks, you Twitch folks, I mean the TikTok folks and all those guys. We have yet, in the last, what would you say, Blunny? In the last 6 weeks, we have yet to ever not give away a $150 New A gift card. So we always hit that goal. So it's always 150, and that's always like the biggest giveaway, and that happens at the end of the show. The last giveaway is the YouTube giveaway. And the YouTube giveaway is if we get to, and we're upping it again, if we get to 700 likes, 700, because we've been showing up a little early. So you guys, a lot of you guys have been trying to cheat the system. If we get 700 likes, and if we get 700 likes, and we do that on YouTube, then we will, of course, give away 3 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is gives you access to 100 games on PC, 100 games on Xbox, and then access to the new streaming service, which lets you stream games to your Android device from the cloud. So pretty incredible stuff. We're gonna go to 700. That's like 700 likes. We've gotten 600 likes, and we got like 600 likes in like no time. So I think we can do it from here. So let's see those folks going. Let's see those folks going and see if we can make that happen. Now, we have now you guys. Okay, so we got Nathan James subscribing. We got some people subscribing. The other thing I want to let you guys know about is that subscribers on Twitch. There is the subscriber only giveaway that always happens on Twitch. This starts to happen on YouTube, hopefully. Freaking still waiting for YouTube to approve that. I'm starting in November. But we are giving away 2 RTX 3070s to 2 lucky Twitch subscribers in the month of September. So if you're over on YouTube right now, you can go over to twitch.tv/Robeytech. If you have Amazon Prime, or your parents have Amazon Prime, or anybody has Amazon Prime, you can use your free Amazon Prime subscription to here. There you go, Overly Solid. Thank you very much for those things. You can use those Amazon Prime subscriptions and get a free entry to win a potential 3070. We had Jafaz win a 3080 last week. Last month, we're going to give away 3080s next month. So it should be super awesome. So all you got to do is use that free Prime subscription, Hype Train's activated. All you got to do is that free Prime subscription, and then you could potentially walk away with a 3070 at the end of the month. And we'll announce those winners the first week, the week after the first Wednesday in November. So yeah, that's all the stuff that's going on. If you want to get extra entries into that, the way that works is you can donate, so you can see people gifting subs. That's one way to basically make it happen. The second way to happen is to do tiered subs. So you can do tier 2, tier 3. Those will give you extra entries. And then finally, if you subscribe for a long period of time, 6 months, 9 months, a year, those also get you extra entries into the subscription stuff. I mean, into the 3070 giveaway. So lots of really cool stuff going on there, and it's a lot of fun. It should be super awesome. So thank you, Sternum 1999, for those subs. Appreciate that. So that's all the stuff that's going on. That's all we'll go through the giveaways again throughout later on. We'll go through all that stuff, but there is a lot of giveaways that usually have a tendency to happen. Now I've started a trend. So we're doing a really crazy build tomorrow, and the build tomorrow is we're building in the attack helicopter, the AH600 case from Thermaltake. And people saw it. We did Aaron Greenberg's stream yesterday. No, as long as you subbed during this month, you're fine, Dozen the Storm. But you're 2 months, man. You're not gonna get your CPU. So, but anyway, point being is that we're gonna see more people. It looks like there's some people now who are gonna start putting codes in. So now we're gonna start seeing more giveaways. Not that we don't have a lot, but now we'll have more. Now, finally, the last giveaway, which I always want to let you guys know about, is the NZXT Ultimate Next Gen giveaway that's happening in sponsorship with NZXT and Newegg. We're giving away a full PC, we're giving away an Xbox Series X, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5. You're gonna start seeing the link for that going right now. So make sure you get your entry in for that. We have about 3 weeks left on that giveaway get into that. And then finally in November, we're in the process of making a custom Cyberpunk PC. You guys are gonna watch me build that here on the show. It's got an RTX 3090 in it from Asus, an Asus Strix 3090. It is going to be awesome, and it will be ultimate, and we'll be giving that away starting November 11th. So lots. No. So Kings, so people's like, wait, you get a CPU? No. What you do is, if on the left you see the 2 month, 3 month, all that sort of stuff, those as you subscribe for a longer amount of time, what happens is your little icon turns into a full PC. So I think second month you actually get then it goes into the motherboard, and then you get RAM and all that sort of stuff. So the way it works is the longer you subscribe, the more you see your PC next to you build. So I think we have some. Do we have any 4 month people yet? So yeah. So like that's like Poyo Poke, who just said that's dope. He's got the first the first one, but you're seeing people with 1 month. They're like, you slowly watch a PC get built as you stay and stream. You want to lick CPU. Of course you do, Icy Sniper. Yeah, we'll have to get to that. I'm going for there. Yeah, you only have a monitor right now, but as you subscribe, like for instance, there's Tigger McGee. He's at 3 months, and you can see he's actually got more of a filled-in motherboard. I think no 4 month yet. So we'll see some 4-month ones coming up here pretty soon. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe, I think maybe what we'll have to do at some point in time is I may have to give away our lickable CPU at some point. I think people are pretty excited about it, and you'll have my saliva, and then we can like what is it called? You can clone me, and then we can have 2 shows at the same time, and then we'll have build-offs. Everybody will be building off and stuff like that. What about you give away a Ryzen CPU without pins? Yeah, I know we have, but that's almost what I'm doing at the same time, so it should be super fun. We have a lot of fun. I'm trying to make it more cooler for don't let them clone you. That's right, Ghost. I won't. What's going on? Hey, so big shout out to all my folks over on YouTube. We're just about, guys, we're getting super close to that 1,000 concurrent mark. We're at 672. Oh, crushed hype train. Just realized it out. 31 subs already. But we haven't even gotten there for them. Does change till 6 months. Yeah, it'll start changing. I don't think we have any 4 months there. 5 mote shared. So Poyo, thank you very much for that tier 1 sub. Clone Roby, thanks Fuji. How are my YouTubers today? How's everybody doing over on YouTube? This should be a pretty straightforward build. This is actually going to be a pretty quick build. So I'm spending a little bit more time talking to you. Oh, speaking of that, I did have some tech news to talk to you guys about today. I don't know if you guys saw, but Nvidia has officially canceled the 20 gig and the 16 gig of the 3070 and the 20 gig of the 3080. So those are not on the books anymore. So we're like, apparently, like, so a lot of people have been waiting for that December release, but they've indefinitely, if not permanently, disabled it. There's a couple things that we want to talk about that could be the potential culprit. One, demand on the 3080 has been so much they're not keeping up with it, and they're like, yeah, we're not going to release a new card in December and try and handle that too. The second one is that they could be not afraid of Radeon, the new big Navi cards at all. They expect them to kind of underperform, and then they don't even need it, which is another option. The other thing I did see is that the 3060 looks like it's going to have a mid-November release. So that's going to be pretty crazy. And so it looks like we're going to see 3060s, which means we can do those nice sub $1,000 builds here pretty soon. And of course, as soon as we have all that stuff and we have Ryzen 5000, you guys will see me refresh the $1,000 build, the $2,000 build, and all that sort of stuff. And we'll do a 750 build and stuff like that. Because I know that's a lot of questions that people have been having about what can I get, or what PC should I buy for doing those particular things. So we'll get that stuff done from there. Nice. He almost won 8,000. Geez, that's good. Yeah, there will be an updated $500 build coming for sure. So for those of you joining us on YouTube for the Ask About the giveaways, you'll know when they're happening. They don't happen like in some places where people come in, hit exclamation point giveaway, and it's like going the whole show. We don't do that. Actually, what we do is the giveaways happen only for a certain opening, and they happen at the end of the show, and then they happen at certain points in the middle. And it's all about keeping you engaged and letting you enjoy and have a good time. So you don't have to worry about did I enter or anything like that, when it also minimizes the spam. So I expect the 3060s to be about $399 and there'll probably be some ones. And it looks like the 3060 Ti will be in there, so it'll be $299, $399 as well. Hey, Danny, thank you very much for loving them. I appreciate you like it. So, seeing what we got from there. Any tips with actual security? That I don't. So iFuse, I think we have to see what iFuse. We're gonna have to see what the we're gonna have to see what inventory is like right now. Like you know what I have is luckily amazing community who helps me get a lot of those the cards I get, and so I've been trying to figure out we need to find out if what we can do, what you can do in order to be able to get a card. So So somebody had asked what a DC, what a difference between a DC spin, a DC. Most DC fans don't offer control of their speeds, so they run at 100% feed or voltage. PWM actually via the voltage stuff can actually allow you to change the control of your fans, supposed to speak. So and then a couple of people is like, which ones are generally better? You know, you obviously don't care if you have quiet DC fans. You know, they can be running at full speed. You're obviously going to get really good cooling. But then again, if you want to make sure that you have control and can control quietness, then obviously PWM makes a very difference. So, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Pulley. Let's go. Okay, so I think we're there. We're 10. Is it possible to get one of the 2080 be better? Is so to get one, would a 2080 be than a 3070? No. So leaked benchmarks. Somebody's asking if a 2080 Ti would be better than a 3070. Leaked benchmarks are showing that the 3070 is actually still more powerful. Again, we've only seen one, and that's from Heaven. And only right now one benchmark, and it does show that it is actually better than a 2080 Ti. So I do not. Unless you're going to get like a 2080 Ti for like $300, which, I mean, I feel super bad because these like $1,200 beastly cards are coming down in price so much just because of how much more powerful 3080s are and stuff like that. So good. That's awesome. You're going to build a $500 PC. I'm trying to see if there's any other questions going from that. Oh, so Flavor of Ice, by the way, Ice. Did anybody reach out to Ice? Did anybody? We're trying to work on our sponsorship. Today we're having coconut pineapple. Pretty stoked about it. This is probably one of my favorite when you talk about it. Somebody had asked, he's like, oh, I saw Roby drinking ice, and I wondered which version I should get. I just restocked the fridge, but I really like this one. So this one's a good one. Your PSU, that's not good. Just buy 5 3600s and make a house out of them. Oh, okay. Well, you could do that too. How do you enter the giveaway, Yasmin? We talked about that. Well, I'll update that a little bit later, going on here pretty soon. Guys, oh, thanks very much, IC Sniper, for tweeting him. We're gonna make it happen. Everybody, we're gonna make we're gonna make Ice an official sponsor of Robeytech. We've got some really amazing sponsors already, but this one is the one that we're gonna be doing. And then a lot of people are asking questions about how you enter. The mods are putting rules there, so look for people like Tigger McGee. We got oh yeah, Tor Wallet link. I don't know what that is. Oh, the wallet link doesn't work. Oh, okay, I'll have to look into that. And I'll see if I might pull that anyway. Yeah, can keep send me send Blondie screenshots of me holding the stuff and go from there. So Robeytech, hey, I'm trying to build a new PC around the RTX. I was wondering if I should go over an i9 or the new. I would wait for the new Ryzen 5800X. I try to read the chat. So is the GTX 60? I mean, at this point in time, like I don't know how much that card costs. For me, it's all about comparison of cost. I mean, I would wait for a 3060. It's an okay card, but I would wait for 3060s. This is the streaming room. This is not my room. This is the streaming room. My room is very different. The other room, my game room, we're going to be doing the reveal for. We're just waiting for some parts to finish it up. So yeah, we got a lot going on there. Okay. What is this is the geek room. It's both rooms. It's everybody's room. But this is actually just the streaming studio, so it's very different. Thank you very much for my face. Okay, here's my challenge, guys. Here's my challenge. Let's throw a little challenge down. I want to start this build. I want to get it going, but I always try to wait until we get that 45. We always hit that 45 sub mark, or usually around 1,000 concurrent is when I try to get it going. So I like if somebody wants to just drop those 8, we can just get going. We'll go from there. I'd really appreciate that. To get it going, let's get a dad joke in here. So we're gonna go take a look at a dad joke and go from there. And we'll start. I feel bad because I haven't read one of Cole's Eternal Rages in a while. So here's the one that I'm gonna read. There's a fine line between a numerator and a denominator. Only a fraction of the people will find this funny. Oh my gosh, that one's so good. It's a math one. It's nerd. That one's even better. Oh my gosh, that one was a good one. That one was a good one. So appreciate that. That was from Eternal Rage. We have so, and then Jesse, I'm gonna read one, but I like this one too. If Watson isn't the most famous doctor in the world, then who is? Makes you think. Makes you think. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you would know. You know that. Thank you, Fuji, very much for that. There we go. We're getting Fuji's getting the tier 1 subs. We're 3 away from doing that, and then we'll walk through the build and start getting this starting. And there we go. Overly solemn gifting 8, and boom, boom. Oh, nice. Brad, my wife is kicking me out because she's fed up with my South American animal puns. Okay, I said, I'll pack up my bags. That's good. That's good. Okay, blowing minds. We're at 50 subs already. Let's go ahead and start the build, guys. Let's start the build. Let's get to 1,000. We're gonna get to 1,000 concurrent here pretty quick too, so which is always fun. I don't know if today is gonna be a big day. Main reason being is that we're not using a 3080. I'm telling you, man, 3080s. We have more coming tomorrow, but none today. A gift card. We're at We need 90 subs. We're at 50, 10, 20. Okay, there we go. Next goal's up. We're giving away a $50 new gift card now. Let's see if we can make it 100, which I have no doubt that you guys will make it happen. Okay, let's talk about what's in the build today. In the build today, we're gonna have a lot of fun today. It's gonna be a good time. I love doing whole builds. This is going to be a very sick looking build. And mind you, I just wanna let you guys know because Arctic builds always look so clean and they always make me so happy. So getting to do an Arctic build always makes me happy. So we'll start from there and get it going. I'm not gonna go here. Okay, so let's talk about the parts that are in here. We got some new stuff. So again, even though we're not using a 3080 because we're waiting for our 3080 vision card, it's gonna happen, it's coming, don't worry. Even though we're not doing our 3080, we are going to, is it gonna show up? Trying to see what's going on here because I don't see the, oh, I'm not on the right one, sorry. I was like, oh, that's the right one. Okay, here we go. Even though we're not doing a 3080, we do have some new components you haven't seen on the show. So let's start with the motherboard because the motherboard is something we haven't used in a while, and that is the ASRock B550 Pro 4. It's an Arctic. Again, this is a white PC, a white build. Did have a limited budget. He donated the 2080 and then paid for the additional parts. So again, I think the total for this, like he wanted to spend all in, was about $1,500. This is for a good coworker friend of mine named Michael Wallbacher. He's a technical director for Minecraft. So he's the guy, like when you think about all the stuff, he's the guy at Microsoft who's basically making sure Minecraft continues to happen. And this is his daughter's first PC, which is, a really nice PC for a daughter's first PC. So B550 ASRock AM4 has a nice white aesthetic to it. We'll show you a top down here real quick so you guys kind of get a look. But it, it looks nice and clean. It's B550, so we get some, ooh, you guys can't see, like, can't really see with the light thing there. We'll see if I can move that a little bit. But yeah, looks really good. Has a nice white, and then of course you've got your RGB and stuff like that, so it should be good. And will look plenty nice, mind you. Okay, I forgot some stuff, so I'm gonna go run and grab that. I forgot the CPU and I forgot the storage, so I will be right back because I forgot to grab a couple of the parts that this person needs to build said PC. And you kind of need a PC, you kind of need parts, you know what I'm saying? You need parts to build a PC, Roby. I agree wholeheartedly that you need parts. And in doing so, you need to grab the right parts. 980 Pros, there they are right there. We need a 500 gig and a 1 terabyte, there they are. 500 gig and 1 terabyte crucial NVMe drive, there it is. And then finally, we need a Ryzen 7 3700X, which is right here. Okay, cool. Now we have all our parts. I was like, oh man, what did I forget? Okay guys, so for the CPU in this bad boy, we got the Ryzen 7 3700X. This is an 8-core, 16-thread CPU, kind of one of those weird powerhouse ones, right? Like the in-betweener of a lot of people end up having a tendency to use this CPU just because it's in between the 3900X and the 3600X, which is like probably one of the best budget CPUs that's basically out here. This one right now, sales-wise, I know a lot of people have been asking, it's on sale right now for $324. It has been cheaper. We had some really great sales around Prime Day with Fantastic and stuff like that. Not really the best time to buy a CPU, a Ryzen, basically a second-gen Ryzen CPU. I think you'll see them come down to what were essentially the Black Friday prices closer to November again, when these are going to get started going heavily on sale. They'll be about what they were around the Fantastic price, which is around 200 and maybe 290 bucks, close to $300, but should be a good deal. Great CPU, can't recommend it enough. A lot of people are asking me, well, why would you wait for a 5070 versus a 3070? Sorry, 5700 versus a 3700 or whatever it was, guys. Until we test them, we don't really know. So once we have our benchmarks out, I'll be able to give you much clearer guidelines on whether you should wait or you should not. So there's our CPU right there, and we will get that in. For storage, we've got Crucial. We're using their 500 gig for the OS, and then we use a 1 terabyte for games. For what she needs, it should be more than enough. She didn't want to need any physical drives or anything like that, so we are good there. And then, and I like these particular ones because, again, these are usually the 1 terabyte. It used to be a lot of people using that, the P600S from Intel, which, I mean, RIP, the Intel just sold its NAND group, so we're not going to really see a lot of Intel drives anymore. But these ones, the crucial ones, have kind of taken the king. They're always usually around $100 for 1 terabyte of storage for an M.2. So good drives like these. I know they're TLC. I think they're TLC in terms of their level cell stuff. So, but I mean, for gaming and stuff like that, you're still going to have a ton of writes. This isn't going to be something you have to worry about. So there's that. And then for RAM, we're using that absolutely beautiful Corsair Corsair Vengeance Pro RGB, 32 gigs at 32 gigs at 3600 megahertz, perfect for the AMD Infinity Fabric. So it should be more than good in terms of that. And should be pretty awesome. So we'll be basically using that right now. And this should look good in our Crystal 570X case, which we'll show off when we actually get to that part. Let's see, for our cooler, we talked a little about this yesterday. So we used the Capellix yesterday, but today we're using their H100i RGB Platinum, probably one of the cleanest looking white Arctic AIOs out there. Love the way this looks. There's always a toss-up. Like, I like the way, like the white on this better than I like the Deep Cool Castle, but the Deep Cool Castle pump looks so clean. I love the RGB around the Deep Cool, and the fact that you can do a custom logo in there is always super cool. But again, it's a great AIO, still one of the best looking out there. I know they're doing a Capellix version of this. I wouldn't be surprised if we'll see that in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, in the next month or so. But this is gonna look great with everything else that's going in his build. So there is that. For PSU, we're using the white V2, gold V2, white edition PSU from Cooler Master. Really like these ones. Again, the one thing that's really nice about the 3090 is that these have these new high capacity, basically they're high capacity cabling. So that means that you can use a dual one to cover enough wattage and power for a 3080 GPU. So you don't necessarily need to split them. If you want to, you can, but there hasn't been any problems given that this can actually draw more power because of the higher capacity cabling. All in all, still quieter, 130 millimeter versus 120 millimeter, and it's got a silent mode, which is pretty good. And then the white cables look really nice. So that's going to be cool. 80 plus gold, which means it's nice and efficient, and should be good there. And then finally, I think that is it. I don't think there's really anything else. We're using white Asia Horse cables. We're going to throw in another matching cable in the back. We're going to throw in a lighting node so you can control everything from the stuff. Oh, and then of course, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, we do have one more thing. I don't know what the condition of this is. He dropped this off, but yeah, we've got oh yeah, there it is right there. A Founders Edition RTX 2080 Ti. So we're going to be using this. This is going to be the GPU. What used to be the king, and now no longer the king, but we've got a RTX 2080 Ti Founders Edition. Always looks really good in an Arctic build, and so should look good here as well. So thank you very much for getting that. For Dad giving you a free 2080 Ti is always a good thing. But of course with 3080s, it used to be a whole lot cooler until now. So there we go. So that's going to be our GPU. Should be a very nice looking build, and it will come out looking nice and clean. So yeah, I like the look of it too. CS:GO should be a good one. So that's our parts, guys. That's our parts for today. Why did the gold didn't update? Okay, well, let me see if we've gotten more subs. Sorry, guys, I don't know why the gold didn't update. I'm gonna stop this and go back to, go from there. Okay, let me find out why our goal did not update. How many subs are we at and all that sort of jam. Analytics. We're at 54. Okay, let me fix that. I don't know why the sub goal stopped working, but we're gonna fix it right now. Okay, so end goal. There you go. $100 gift card. We need 90 subs. We're at 54. 10, 30, 20. There we go. Okay, should be fixed now. Let's see if it shows up like it's supposed to. There it is. Okay, we're all fixed and we're good to go. Okay, how are we doing on likes on the YouTube? I also saw, yeah, there's a Threadripper back there. There's a Titan RTX back there. We got a 10900K. That one's actually empty. The Threadripper, these are all just cases and stuff like that. So we're going from there. How are we doing? How are we doing on, yeah, Dinosaur 2080 Ti, nice J340. It's so funny how that, like, it's like we're like doing a throwback from like 2 months ago. So going from there. What's our like count at for? We don't have Fernando here. Is Fernando not here today? I'm curious. I want to fast forward. Yeah, I know, Mr. Tactical, but don't worry. There's joy in the building as well. There's joy in the building as well. Come on. There's part of the fun is the journey. Part of the fun is the journey. Oh, Fernando, I didn't see it. 411. Okay, cool. Thank you, Tigger. Okay, okay, good. We're good. Okay, let's get started on the build. Let's grab our Mobo. I think it's funny. This box is so big. Like, I was really surprised like how big this box is. So I'm like, wow, that's a big box. So, oh man, that's a big Mobo. It just feels like extra big, maybe. It's not EA. I didn't buy like an EATX motherboard, did I? That'd be strange. That'd be pretty funny. I don't think I did. This just seems like a big Mobo, but it's not. No, it's an ATX motherboard. Okay, cool. Okay, let's take out the giant thing. There's our extra parts. Fortunately, we're going to be using that. Need to make sure we have our M.2 screw. Oh, there's. I looked at this. I was like looking at this. And I was like, oh, where's the screw? But it's hidden. It's a hidden screw. And then here's our other screw. So we got all our screw stuff out. And then I think that is it. Everything else is just spare. Put this over here so he can have all the spare parts later. And let's open up our Mobo. I love how, like, it's one of the things I'm always impressed with. And the reason this board looks so big, I forgot about that, is I love the way ASRock actually packs their motherboards in protective like foam. So it ends up making the board look really big when it's actually not really that big. So we are just going to cut off the little bits here. Get rid of the bits. Cut the bit there. 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 Come on, Minnie. Let's build a PC. That's going to be fun. There we go, and there we go. There we go. Okay, all of the bits are off, and we're gonna go from there. Hey, thank you very much for the subs, guys. 50, getting more subs and going from there. Hey, is Covent here? Whoa, I didn't know is Covent here? I must have missed that. Oh, that's awesome. Did I miss that? Oh, I can't believe it. Hopefully, that was cringe. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, man. We'll work with giveaways, but yeah, no, it looks like it's fine. Looks like we got it. Oh, thank you very much for the subs, dude. That's awesome. Did it update? Oh, thanks, Covent, man. You're the man. For those of you who don't know, more than likely we'll probably end up rating him tonight because he's usually one of the best streamers who are always my evening time. So I super appreciate the drop, man. I appreciate the sub drop. But I'm pretty sure my community will be seeing you a little later tonight, and you know that, buddy. I thank you for that. Yeah, it looks like the sub count is broken. I'm looking at that. Oh, this is the problem I always have. So we're now at 61 subs. Okay, so let's see if maybe we can make this thing. Okay, I'm gonna try. We do this alert, all widgets. Alert box. This dude, I'm telling you, man, this thing is, as we get 1,000, yeah, because we just crested 1,000 concurrent, guys. It continues to grow, man. It just is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Covent doing it again. Oh my gosh, now he knows I'm paying attention. Now he's dropping it like a hot. Thank you very much, dude. 66. Yeah, the sub freaking thing is broken. Dang it. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna fix it. We're at 66. I'm ending the goal now. Okay, so we're $100 new gift card. We need 90 subs. We're at 66. Let's hope this works. I don't understand why it doesn't. Okay, there we go. Okay, starting that. There, let's see if it works again. Okay. They do make an Arctic motherboard. It's called the Gigabyte Vision. Chewy Monster. It's called the Gigabyte Vision. So we're going to there. Okay, there we go. 66. Dude, Covent's good people, man, and he had a good time. How was the game scary? Yeah, I know it. I know, Toad. No, I wish that I could have something without it being broken, but it just seems to go. It just seems to be wacky. It just seems to be wacky all the time. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, I did want to let you guys know if there is a new goal. There's a new goal. I'm gonna add another 1-year Game Pass giveaway to this. Guys, I'm about to hit a crazy milestone. Never hit this. I never thought I would be able to hit this. But we are 100, I think. Well, let me look. Let me see what it's at. I'm gonna check right now. So we are 130 subs away. 130 subs away from 2,000 subscribers on Twitch, which is crazy. And you guys have been super incredible for all that sort of stuff. So if we get to 150 today, which we always have, if we get 150 subs to it today, then I will give away another year of Game Pass. No, that's 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm talking about 2,000 subscribers on Twitch. So, those are people who pay to support, which is pretty crazy. So I'm super grateful for all of you guys' support. And yeah, we're going from there. So yeah, I have 92,000 on YouTube. I know that. I'm talking about subs on going from there. Okay, so let's get the build started and go from here. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to grab our 3700X and let's actually start going through it. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to, gosh darn it, the stupid sub counter. Why can Streamlabs not work sometimes? It's like every time I have some issue with Streamlabs. It's annoying. Okay, let's walk through this and take a look at it, man. Let's walk through it and take a look and see what we can go from here. And see what we got on this way. So interesting thing about this motherboard is check this out. We got this like weird VRM cooling solution here. The weird VRM cooling solution. It's almost like the same one that we saw in the NZXT. It's not like an active VRM cooling thing. The actual VRM on this is actually pretty weak. Even though we do have an 8-pin and a 4-pin. For the most part, you're still going to be able to overclock on this, but you can see one of the things that you're getting for the price point is you're getting a lot of features and the Arctic, but it's a pretty, in terms of a budget for a board, it's actually a pretty budget board in general. This is your AM4 socket. This is where we're going to install our CPU. How many people this is their first stream? I always like to ask that. Thank you very much, Mike, for the sub. How many people is their first time seeing this, or this is their first time here? Okay, nice. Okay, so all of the people I try to give you guys education and let you guys know where, like, what's kind of going on and all that sort of stuff. So I'm trying to, that's why I like to walk through the motherboard and keep people educated. So I super appreciate all of you guys. Your first stream, welcome to Robeytech. That's awesome. Hey, look, and we have 1080. It's a very Nvidia number, 1080 concurrence right now, which is pretty cool. Okay, these are our DIMM slots. We got 4. These come in pairs. They're dual channel. This is pair 1 or channel 1, and then channel 2 is right next to it. Some motherboards are actually be different colors, like on certain Asus boards, you'll see like a light gray and dark gray, and that's just to show you how the pairs work up in terms of where you should install RAM. When I get to RAM installation, I'll show you if you only have two DIMMs of RAM, where to actually install them. Something I like to do, hopefully get you a little bit of education, so you feel like a little bit smart, just a skosh bit smarter when you get done here. This over here is your ATX, your motherboard power supply. So this is where you're gonna plug in your 24-pin for powering your motherboard. Up here, we've got these are RGB headers. So we've got a 3-pin and a 4-pin. So we've got addressable there. USB 3.2, no USB-C. We've got, and the case doesn't have it, so that's actually okay. We've got 6 SATA connectors. This is where we're gonna stick our hard drives. If you had SATA hard drives. You've got front panel connectors. This is actually where you could stick stuff if you're going to do your speaker and LED stuff. You've got 2 more USB 2 more channel fan headers for a total of 1, 2, 3. Whoa, there's not a lot. 4 fan headers. Yeah, there's not a lot of fan headers. Again, 2 more RGB headers here. You've got a TPM, which is like if you're going to do BitLocker. So this is actually does have some corporate support. And then of course you've got HD audio and a COM connection, which nobody ever uses. So yeah, it actually has 2 TPM connections, which is pretty cool. So 2 TPM connections. Then for here, we've got a single 2 M.2 slots right here, here and here. You've got a by 16 and a by 8 PCI, and then 2 by 1s. And then it's also got an M.2 Wi-Fi. Given this does not have Wi-Fi built in, but if you did, you can actually add an M.2 Wi-Fi right here. So total of it, 3 total M.2 slots, and this one's what, 22.6, 22.57? Yeah, so something like that in terms of its overall length. So yeah, that is the board. Let's grab our CPU and go from there. So here we go. Let's open up our CPU and get this going here. So again, Ryzen 7 3700X right here. This is the CPU we're going to be using here. And then it's also got a stock cooler. If you wanted to use a stock cooler, I'm not gonna use a stock cooler. We don't have to use a stock cooler, and go from there. Okay, so let's pop this bad boy out. Go to the top down and go from there. Now, I always like to show this. This is an authentic. I still don't get why we get these. This is an authentic AMD CPU. You can't photocopy this. This is just not possible. This piece of paper, there's no way for you to make sure so you would know that this is not authentic, and you don't have to write in your own serial number. So there we go. I still don't get this. I don't understand why they throw it in there. Okay, so here's our Ryzen 7 right here. No, not sponsored by ICE yet, but here we go. Here, you guys ready for that screenshot? Here we go. Here's the screenshot right here. Here it is. How's that? Was that a good one? There you go, right there. Was that a? I felt like that was a good one. Okay, let's pop the CPU in. Okay, so we'll zoom in, show you guys how to do this. Okay. Okay, so popping this in, what you want to do. So this is your CPU right here. As you can see, there's a little arrow over here. The Ryzen, unlike Intel, the orientation is actually like this. It's horizontal versus vertical. What you're gonna do is you just take this little tension arm, take it to 90 degrees, grab it from the side, and then just pop it down. Oops, it's not all the way open. There we go. Pop it down like that, nice and loose, and it pops right in there, really easy. And then you just clip that down and push it in, and then boom, your CPU is installed. How lucky are we? Now, because this is a Corsair, because we're using a Corsair AIO, and we don't have to worry anything about, removing these brackets or anything like that. Sometimes you'll see when I do motherboard prep, you'll see me remove these, but because we're using a Corsair AIO, we don't have to do that. Over here, we're gonna go and install our DIMMs, our RAM here. We got those all lined up for you. I think I'm not blocking anything. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna grab our RAM. There it is. Whoop, whoop, there it is. There's the RAM. iFuse core, like, it depends. Like, here's the deal about, it depends on what kind of PC you're gonna build. If you're expecting to get a bunch of high-end components for less, probably not necessarily, but if you're not gonna be able to get like a 5000 series Ryzen for less or anything like that. But, you know, you might be able to save some money on things like PSUs and specifically storage. I think RAM, it sounds like the ideal RAM speed for 5000 megahertz is going to be 4000 megahertz RAM. Ryzen 5000 is going to be 4000 megahertz RAM. If you do see that for less, but I expect 4000 megahertz RAM to become very, very hard to get here very soon. So, but the thing is, we're waiting for the Neo version of that RAM, and that hasn't come out yet. So, going from there. Ooh, let's get all those DIMMs out. They look so good, so clean. Okay, so like I said, and I promised you guys this, I would show you how to where to install it if you only have two DIMMs. So there's a little slot right here on the PCB. PCB stands for printed circuit board. You're just gonna basically flip it like that, and then if you only have two DIMMs, you're just gonna stick them in what's called A2 and B2. So right there, push it down. There's a nice soft click, nice little comfortable click like that, and then you're gonna do it right here, and then boom. And then this is what it would look like if you only have two DIMMs. That's the setup. So if you have more than that, then you put it in there. But this is like, if you only have two, this is the way that you do the installation. But given that we have four, you don't have to worry about that. So we're gonna go ahead and put in the other ones right here. And there we go. And then one more right here. And then just, you can listen here, you'll get a nice little, you'll know that it's in, because don't be worried about not being forceful. Like, you want to get in there and you'll get a nice little clack. There you go. See, I don't know why RAM is so loud, but that's what it sounds like. There it goes. There's your satisfying click right there. And okay, so now we've got that. Let's go ahead and get our M.2s in and go from there. Okay, so zoom in. Here's our M.2s. We got two that we're going to be putting in here. And here we go, and here we go. So we're gonna grab a couple small. Hey, Q-Shower, thank you very much for the $2, man. Appreciate it. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna open up these. These are the M.2 armor. They're like Iron Man. It protects the armor, your M.2 from possible alien attacks. I don't know why it's called M.2 armor, but it is. Now it does have a peel on the back, which we'll make sure we do here in a minute, but let's go ahead and get our install here. Oh, these aren't labeled. That's interesting. So usually what happens on motherboards, it'll say like 2260, 22, whatever. This is 2260 right here, but it's not labeled, and it's actually got a sticker on it. I just cut my nails because I was complaining about that yesterday, and now I don't have the peel. I don't have my nails, so let me get this off here. Actually, I can probably just do it with the standoff, so we'll do it with the standoff. That usually works. I'll check on the subscriptions, guys. I don't know why it's being annoying, so. Okay, there we go. Puncture it, and then you peel. They're expecting everybody to have nails here. There we go. The only peel on this motherboard is the peel of getting the M.2 thing off. Okay, finally done. Okay, so we're gonna put in our standoff right here for 2260. Because this one actually is already at the right length. So, and we don't need to, and we got the screws for these right here, so we don't need this one. This is if we wanted to do M.2 Wi-Fi. They can go back in the box. I can go in there. And then now, we're gonna grab our two crucials right here. And get that in here. Okay. So there's that. There's our crucial right here. Thank you very much. Oh, let me check subscriptions, guys. Sorry about that. And we'll update it right now because I know it's actually doing really well. We are at 71. So I'll update the stupid widget and hopefully it fixes itself. It does eventually stop going and go from there. So we need 90. We're at 71. I wonder if it has something to do with that. I'm gonna try this again. Okay, if that tries, if that works, we'll see. Okay, so grabbing our 500 gig right there. There's our 500 gig, and then we need our 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte. That's like a dad joke in the right there, right? It's like a terabyte. That's when you're scared, you have a terabyte. Okay, I'm gonna have to read a real dad joke now after that. That was terrible. That was really terrible. The motherboard is an ASRock B550 Pro 4. There you go. Okay, got both our things out here. Terabyte, that's right, Tigger. Tar. My knees hurt from that because it's a knee slapper. Oh, jeez. It was, come on, that was entertaining. That was so entertaining. 1,200 people here so far. I don't know what the statement. The subs those are subs on Twitch. Sorry, on YouTube. You'll see them. We'll see hype when they show up on YouTube. So we're getting a lot of YouTube subscribers right now. That's usually pretty cool. Dad joke, dad joke. Okay, we'll do a dad joke. Gonna go read another dad joke. One sec, guys. Grab my phone. Let's see who this one's from. And here's another dad joke. People love the dad jokes. Tech Dad is here to read the dad jokes. Okay, here we go. Going to the next. Ooh, we got a lot of DMs here. Okay, looking at the next dad joke. Okay. What do you call a cow with no legs? What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. Ground beef. Thank you, Sal, for that one. There you go. Okay, what do you call a herd of sheep tumbling down a hill? What do you call a herd of sheep tumbling down a hill? This is from Eternal Rage. A landslide. A landslide. Those are both good. Okay. So one of the things that you guys will see here is these little mini M.2s right here. These little mini M.2s. If you want to make like a mini M.2, all you got to do to make a baby M.2 is you take the 2 adult M.2s and you just do this. And you just mate them together. And then in 9 months, you'll have a baby M.2 right there. But you got to keep it in the dark. So there you go. That's how you make baby M.2s if you ever want to know. if you want a baby M.2. That's it. That's how you make the babies. That's how you make the baby. You gotta make the baby M.2s. Oh, man. Oh, there you go. Don't try that. It doesn't actually really work. Going from here, we're going to put this in and get these two installed. There's one, and then our second one's going to sit down here. Like that. And there's, put our second install thing right there. Our motherboard is just pretty much done. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to grab the, oh, you know what? I used, oh, geez, Roby. I used the wrong screws. I was like, yeah, where are my screws for my shield? Not those ones. They're long enough, but they're not the right screws. Okay, let's grab the actual. So don't use those screws like I just did. I just screwed up. Okay. Now, no, CSGO, don't crossbreed. Don't. It's like gremlins. If you breed an M.2 and you breed a RAM, it's like you'll end up with like a gremlin. You don't want to do that. Like that could be dangerous. The birds and the NVMe's. That's right, by Robeytech. Okay, here we go. We're gonna put these. So now we actually have the real screws for installing our M.2s here. So we're gonna grab our M.2 real screws, not the ones that actually cover the shield. They're even smaller. The small, tiny M.2 screws. There we go. Here's that one. Grab our other one. And there we go. Okay, two M.2s installed. Grab our M.2 armor. Now, do not forget at the bottom to appeal. Oh, there we go. It's peeled. It's peeled. There we go. Nice and clean. Now, the one thing that's nice about the M.2 armor that is useful is that it actually says, you know, the direction it gets installed, because it said the M.2 armor has to go up. And now we can install the real screws that we were trying to do before. And you don't want to tighten them all the way down first. You want to put them both in and then tighten them afterwards. Because sometimes you can like bend. There we go. And then it's nice and tight. Okay. Now our motherboard is prepared. Everybody, it is prepared. Almost 600 likes. We got 100. We got more. Remember, I threw the challenge higher today, guys. Threw the higher challenge. It's a higher tier challenge. Higher tier. Let me see if we've gotten any additional subs. Yes, we have. This stupid thing is completely broken. It just, I don't understand what's going on here. Okay, so we're gonna fix that again. Hopefully at some point in time, it will actually start working again. So $100 new gift card. 73, we need 90, we have 73. And then we'll hopefully some point in time, this will link together. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this, hold on. I'm gonna log out and log back in. That seems to fix it sometimes. Okay, hopefully that sometimes fixes it. So we'll try that now. Cool. There we go. We're in like Flynn. Let's go ahead and get our case out now and get that ready. Get that ready. Time for the case. We're gonna put this in the staging area over here on the side. Then we're gonna get ready. You guys ready? Here it is. Here it is right here. Here we go. Ice. So good. Okay, let's grab our case. Oh, here it is. It's so big. Oh, so big. Okay, so here it is. This is the Corsair Crystal 570X. I actually like the case. The one thing we'll have to definitely pay attention to is make sure that we do some cable management. But it's overall a very good case, and I like that. I hope oh, it looks like it counted. No, maybe it didn't. I don't know. We'll go from there. So we're gonna open this up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna strip it down, get it prepped, so it is ready to install. There we go. There's a lot of RGB. There's a lot of RGB on this too, but there's also a ton of tempered glass. So that's what we're taking care of right now. Get our tempered glass done. And we only really need to install one fan, and then we're gonna install a Lighting Node Pro so he can control everything from the controller instead of having to use the button in the back. Because That's just, well, I guess you can change the colors there, but I'd rather be able to do it from the controller, so we'll do that. There we go. Ugh. Okay, boom. There's that one. We're gonna take the cover off. These are all of our dust covers. There's one. There's two. Can someone do? Thank you very much. Oh, there's a subscription. So subscribe with Prime. I don't know if I've. Oh, it did work. Hey, it worked. It worked. The sub counter worked. Yay! The sub counter worked. There we go. Yay! That's awesome. Now we actually have a sub counter that actually works. Ugh, yay! 700 likes on YouTube, really? That's awesome. Did we really hit 700? Oh, I'm frozen? Oh, I am frozen. What the heck just happened? I'm seeing what's going on here. Oh, hold on. Okay, so here, I'm gonna, hold on one sec, guys. I'll fix it. 1 second. I'm here, I'm still here. Everything's fine, it's not lag. It's just, I gotta deactivate this and turn it back on. It happens. Okay, here it comes. I'm coming back. There we go. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. It's just it just couldn't believe that Streamlabs actually worked. That's why it was like broken. Okay, and the last thing we're gonna do, we don't need to do this, but it just makes the case a far less heavy. We're gonna go and take this front one off too. Thank you very much for all those subscriptions, guys. It's the effect of ice. That's right. That's what it was. It's the ice effect. Okay. I'm really excited about this. So did we hit 700 likes for real? I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Hey, welcome, Ahmed. How are you, man? New, clear from Australia. Thanks, James. Yeah, we need an ice emote. That's a good idea. But we have to wait until they actually sponsor. We don't want to give them all that stuff for free. Why would they sponsor then? That wouldn't work. Oh, we're still at 550. Oh, somebody said, oh, we're at 550. Okay. So guys, remember, if we get 700 likes on YouTube, we'll actually do our first giveaway for the show. So if you want to get in over there, you're on Twitch or whatever it was. And also, for those of you who don't know, so there's 1,300 people here now. The giveaways for the show, because a lot of people come in and do that. The first one is that you've missed none. So if you're just joining, you haven't missed any. The first giveaway that's going to happen is if we get 700 likes on YouTube. If we get 700 likes, we'll give away 3 months of Xbox Game Pass. The second giveaway that's going to happen is when we hit 2 hype trains on Twitch, which happens at the 2-hour mark, which is about an hour from now. Then we'll have the second hype train, and then we'll give away a 250 gig NVMe drive. And then the last one is the subs on Twitch. If we get another 30, so 25. So if we get another 50, so to speak, then we give away a $150 NUA gift card, and that goes. So those are the things that are happening. The way that you enter those will be pretty easy when they're active. It's pretty clear when they're actually active. They're not active right now, but they will be later on. Okay, just taking off our accessory bin. There's that. Let's put this back because we don't need it. I mean, we're not gonna take it off again. Put that back. So those are all the giveaways. And then finally, we are giving away 2 3070s at the end of the month. And the 3070s, if you want to get on that, you can use your free Prime subscription, twitch.tv/Robeytech. Head over there, use your free Amazon Prime subscription. I don't know why I'm putting that down. Use your free Amazon Prime subscription, and then you could get entered to get that giveaway as well. So those are all the giveaways that are happening. The other one doesn't happen until the end of the month, though, the 3070 one. Okay, there we go, going from there. Yes, you will be able to, P-Joyce, you'll be able to use cable extensions with your 3070 if you get one of the board partner cards. You have to use, if you watch the stream I did yesterday, you can actually see how I did it with Aaron Greenberg's PC. There is ways to use cable extensions, which I did do, but there's some finesse that you got to do with it. Okay, so first thing, when you're putting in your motherboard, you want to make sure you put in your IO plate, and then you just want to make sure the pictures are up, facing up. So we're going to stick that in right here. And don't be afraid to push on this thing. You want to make sure it gets a good click. So you should get good clicks in all 4 corners to make sure this is fully installed. and it can be kind of a pain in the butt. This is why I like integrated IO shields, man. I'll tell you, integrated is the future, but not everybody does them yet. Save some little bit of money. Okay, that's all in there. Solid and in. Okay, let's grab our Mobo, which I think this Mobo is gonna look really good in this case. I'm just saying. There we go. Then you wanna make sure when you check that you don't have any, when you have like a non-integrated IO shield, you wanna just make sure that you're not covering anything like HDMI or anything like that. So that's all good to go there. And our motherboard is in the case. Oh, nice. Devil's been busy. Why don't eggs tell jokes? They'd crack each other up. That's a good one. That's a good one. Good one. 2080 is overpriced, as is the 2080 Ti. That one that is in there, do not pay attention to that one that is in there. It is just there as a placeholder to show what is build. If somebody spends that kind of money for a 2080 Ti, they are on crack. And then they should just send that money to me. Oh, I did want to remind people also as another thing, we have that special stream coming up in 2 weeks, by the way, for the mods and the tech streamers. We're going to be doing a stream the first Thursday of November and the second Thursday of November. And that is going to be to give, we'll be giving all the money raised during those streams to the tech specialists and the mods. They'll get to split that and then have that for their holidays, like our way of saying happy holidays and thank you. I'm throwing $500 of my own money in on that. So, but if you want to come and be a part of that, that would be huge. So now we're just screwing in our Mobo here, screwing it in. There is no heat. You don't actually need it. It's if you do a covered Mobo, like if you want to have the cover on top of it, then you'll need the heat sink. These things do not. Like we have a thermal camera. We've done testing on them. You can actually see on like the 980. If you watch my 980 review, my 980 Pro review, you know what? I'll bring the thermal camera next time. You guys can see, but this like just leaving it like this, you're not going to have an issue. It's not going to thermal throttle. It's absolutely fine. If it's open air like this, it gets more than enough air from the case. These are just because they want it to aesthetically look good, so they put a thermal pad to dissipate heat when it's covered. That's all it's for. Okay, what do I need? I need that corner right there. There we go. Installed. Now the last thing we're going to do before we get too far in this is we're just going to throw in one more fan in the back, just to make sure that we have good airflow, and then we're going to start mounting our AIO. That is the next step after we get these. I tell you, man, the motherboard screw process for this is actually really nice. Screws in nice, very nice, very nice. There we go. One more screw. And done. Okay, all the screws are in. We're good to go. Looks good. 80 subs. There we go. Yeah, there we go. We're getting close to that 90. 10 more subs. We'll be at 90, guys. Who's gonna drop the tenner and get our 90 done? Somebody's just gonna do it. It's gonna happen. It always does. Let's get to 90, guys. Let's just unlock it and get to 90. Where are we at on likes? Whoa. Yeah, that's just, I saw that something falling. Okay, we got that. What do we need? Oh, we're gonna go ahead and put in our last. We're gonna go to side camera real quick here. Side cam, and we're gonna install our back fan, which we have a matching one sitting right here. It's our matching side cam. I'm also going to go ahead and throw the extension in for the motherboard, just so that's done before we put in our AIO. I'm just kind of done with not doing that. Okay, there we go. Matching RGB fan. In all my haste, guys, forgot to grab my Auto Magic screwdriver, but it's okay. We're only putting in 4 of these, so not as big of a deal. It'll be okay. You'll survive. You haven't got a lot of screwing. That sounds really bad. You haven't got a lot of screwing on the show. That doesn't sound right at all. I regret saying what I just said. That was not what I meant to say. It's not that kind of show, Roby. It's not the kind of things we're looking at. I meant fans. Screwing fans doesn't sound good either. There's nothing I can do. It all sounds bad. You guys have dirty minds. That's what it is. It's not me. you. Oh, that's cool, Deku. I appreciate that, man. That's huge. That makes me feel good. If this gives you some peace during quarantine, dude, and this is entertaining, man, I'm super grateful for that. Super grateful. Hey, 10,000 sandwiches. Thank you very much for that sub. Come on, guys, 9 more. Let's get to 90. Let's unlock and prepare for that last tier. You guys are gonna get me to 2,000 subscribers. So huge. 2,000 paid subscribers on Twitch. That's amazing, guys. You guys are incredible. Super grateful for all you guys. Okay. And COVID coming in there. Told me to stop acting like a flamingo, so I had to put my foot down. That's pretty good. Thank you very much, Recon 710, for that sub. I know there's a lot of people I didn't read that, and I apologize. Hey, do things. Are both M.2's NVMe and would one slow down? No, they're both NVMe and do things. They're both fine. They're both going to run at full speed. You don't have to worry about that on these. I was addicted to the hokey pokey, but I turned myself around. Nice, P. Joyce. Ah, there's good. Yeah, you guys are doing good with the jokes. Doing good with the jokes. Okay, let's put this away. Now it's time to build our AIO. Get that going, and then we'll move on. Let's grab our. I love how this looks. It's such a pretty AIO. Such a pretty AIO. Warranty guide. Who needs warranties? Who needs warranties? Who needs them? Okay. There's all of our cables, brackets. I will tell you, man, the Capellix. After doing the Capellix, man, this is gonna feel a little bit clunky. The Capellix installation process is just so nice. Like everything from taking their brackets off and all that sort of stuff. This feels really good. So I'm kind of bummed that we're doing this, but it must be done. This PC must be finished. It needs to call out its name. Oh, that reminds me, I need to finish that game. Guys, by the way, not having anything to do with PC building, but I am about to finish like my first video game in I do not know how long. I'm only like 3 missions away from finishing out Mafia Remastered. I haven't had a ton of time to play games with everything else going on with Robeytech and everything, so I'm pretty excited about the fact that I'm actually going to finish a game. I'm also trying to think about, I might start, I know we're talking about it, I might start Sunday morning World of Warcraft streams. If people would be down. I just love WoW. It's one of those games that I can play and talk at the same time and do whatever it was. Would love to know your thoughts. Join Discord. Let me know if that'd be something you'd be down to watch. I mean, is it interesting? I know what you really want. Is me drinking more ice, but also what you really want is me building PCs. But if I was gonna do games, I was thinking about a game that I could chill and talk. I don't like playing single player campaign games that I like to pay attention to. I think those would not be good for streaming. So I'm just trying to think of games. Maybe Hearthstone would be another one. I really like that game. So would love to know what you guys think. And we're going from there. So okay, we're gonna be installing this like this. That means that's gonna go like that, which means those are gonna go like this, which means that doesn't seem right. I'm gonna turn this around. I always have to visualize this part. Yeah, I've done 160 PCs. Yep, that was wrong. That's gonna go like this, which means these are gonna go like that. Okay, good. I visualized. Now our fans are gonna go in correctly. Okay, cool. Cool. So I'd love to know what you guys think. Should I build a PC or buy a pre-built? That's up to you, man. It's pre-builts come with those. The one thing that's nice about pre-builts is you got one place if you should ever have problems. I've done what? I think total commissions this year, I think I'm at 90. I think I've done 90 commissions. And I haven't had a single. I've had 2 people. Sorry, correction, 2 people. Let me just make sure Booty Chatter texted me. Let me see where he was. Let me make sure Booty Chatter didn't have an issue. But I've had 2 people who've actually had issues with their machines. Outside of that, I haven't had anybody else come back and reach out to me. Oh, never mind. He's up and set up. So no, he didn't have an issue too. So he just got his PC. He was the one I built that ridiculous thing in. So he's in setup. Yeah, most people have not had problems. But if you're afraid with, like again, it's just you have to be okay with playing with adult Legos. And there's lots of guides. I mean, I've helped thousands, if not tens of thousands of people build PCs with my build guides. So if you want to and you're down for it, you can. You're going to get more money if you buy a PC, build it yourself. You're going to get way more for your parts. Let's go to top down so you guys. I could do Assassin's Creed. The problem is that sometimes there's story, and I don't want to ruin. I care about the story, and like I want to feel like I'm paying attention to you guys. So again, I'd love to hear ideas. If you have some ideas for games, I really like Blizzard games. Diablo might be a good one. I know Excelion's doing a lot of Diablo content. Diablo might be a good one. World of Warcraft I feel like is one, because I was going to just start over and see how it goes. I know there was a couple people that said, oh, they'd love to join the server, so maybe that allows me to play with, you know, group up with 4 people and quest together if we want to have viewers go. Hearthstone's another one that I don't mind playing because I can talk at the same time. It's a strategy game. Civilization was another one that I thought about doing. So I would love to know your thoughts. And I'd like, you know, to build like just a game stream as well. So would love to know what you guys think for that. So let me know. Sub goal, we hit 90. Oh, we're at 104, never mind. Okay, let's fix this. Okay, all widgets, sub goal. Okay, so that does that one. So we're going to the $150 new gift card. So we're at 104. We need 125. Let's do 10. Hopefully this works. I'm gonna log out and sign back in just to make sure it didn't update. Okay, that's great. I think that when it does this, like that's when I know it's not gonna work. Okay, hold on. Oh, that's not, well, that's weird. Okay, sub goal, try this again. End goal, okay. Are you guys looking at my bum? Don't look at my bum, you bum lookers. We need 125, we have 104. Oh, I did it backwards, that's why. Subscriber goal, there we go. Okay, that should be good. We're going from there. Yeah, that was a nice throwback to, I don't know if anybody remembers that. Robeytech, nice. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I am thick. Come on, Atkins. No, I got I have my version 2 of Peloton coming pretty soon. And I got I don't know if you guys know this, but next year in June, I'm actually going to summit Rainier. So I'm getting ready to start on my training again to get all that stuff going there. So yeah. How's the new car? It just got all of its coverings on it. So it got all its protecting shell. I was driving a rental for the last like 3 days and I was missing it hardcore. And today was a beautiful day. And so went and had some Jimmy John's, had the top down. It was awesome. It was awesome. It had a great, I love that car. And it gets a lot of looks, yeah, I know, Blondie. It's like because I got hurricaned out. So I'm pretty stoked about it, yeah. Seattle guy, yep. I'm Seattle guy. Top down is a power move for sure. And on that car, and the thing is it is capable of doing top speed. It's both top down and top up. So that's the nice thing about the car. How much RAM do I need for a 2019 Toyota Camry? All the RAM. What car? It's a Porsche 718 Spider. Flames rocker. I've actually done that, Infinity. I've done the full playthrough of Halo. So I've actually done it on stream already. How do you subscribe with Twitch Prime? Can somebody help Novak out? That'd be great. I give up on spelling today, huh? Hey, Bad Monkey, you can buy one from me now. I ship. We mail them all over the US. Am I using the same modem and putting an internet Wi-Fi on it? Is there a way to put an antenna on it? You know what? You know what's funny? Is Angel, maybe one of the tech specialists can answer that question. I have never installed an M.2 Wi-Fi. Giveaway is going to be happening, I'm assuming pretty soon. How many likes do we have? We haven't done the win. We haven't done a win yet. How many likes do we have on YouTube right now? The giveaway for the gift cards isn't until the end. Yeah. Oh, we have over 700. Okay, I'm sorry. We're going to do the giveaway right now. We're going to do a giveaway right now. I apologize. I am sorry. I'm so sorry that I didn't get you guys your giveaway. I'm so sorry. But I'm powered up now with ice, and we'll get you your giveaway right now. Okay, here we go. How many cores do I need to cook a chicken breast? All the cores. Okay, let's get this giveaway going. Okay, this is for the YouTubers. Everybody say thank you, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. YouTubers unlock this one. Stop looking at my bum, you bum lookers. I know I'm thick. Okay, going from here, saving this one. This is for 3 months of Xbox Game Pass. No extra entries, Twitchers, because this is the YouTube giveaway. So we're starting that giveaway right now. Okay, we are installed here. Get all this stuff out of the way. The stuff we'll use here in a moment. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and install our AIO. We're gonna grab our side camera. Side camera. And then what we're gonna do is what I always do here is you just kind of set the, put this down so you guys can see a little bit better, my bad. Get the camera. It doesn't, I wish I could zoom in. I guess I could push it back. Let me do this. We'll push it back a little bit. I can do this. There we go, is that better? And then we're pushing it way back. We go, and some more height here. There we go. Okay, so you guys can see everything now. Doesn't quite. Okay, so what we're gonna do, what you do is I'll go ahead and hook up all of my cables for my AIO. Thank you very much for the retweet. Okay, so we're getting that stuff in. That's awesome. 1 minute, 52 seconds left, guys, to get in on that giveaway. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in all of our cables, just so we don't forget any. Okay, so you get them all in there, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the one connection that you care about on your AIO is this one right here. This is your CPU. You're just gonna connect your CPU case fan to your CPU header, not your AIO header, your CPU header, because if your pump fails, you wanna know that. So I plug that in, and then I'll take these other cables right here, and I'll go ahead and run them all the way through. So basically I'm basically going to make sure that all my cables are run before I do my AIO. There we go. There's that. Last cable here. It's like a weird angle, so it's just like kind of getting everything through is always like a problem. Come on. There we go. Okay, everything's in. Push that in, so we're good there. Now it's all caught. Okay, so then this one is in there. Okay, that's all in. Okay, and then the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take these afterwards, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab our white cable extension for CPU. I've got it ready to go. I grab this. Let me go ahead and plug this in right now. So it's just in. I don't have to worry about doing it later. Okay, so there's our 8-pin plugged in. We're gonna pull that through. 11 seconds still on the giveaway, guys. Okay, there we go. So now our 8-pin's in. There we go, we got a display. Okay, so now everything's ready to go. Last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take these fan cables right here, and we're gonna run these also through our spot here. Shove them in, shove them in. Basically, you want all of your AIO like run. Okay. And then now what I can do is I flip this over like so. I'll pull all these fan cables and all that stuff through so it's all run. You grab the wrong cable here. There we go. One cable's not in quite yet. You want to grab all 4 of these and make sure they're nice, and like what I'm grabbing is this, make sure all of our fan cables and stuff are done. Okay, and then we're gonna essentially, once that's done like that, we're gonna do the weird maneuver here of making sure that's like that. Grab, you only gotta get 2 screws in, and one on the top left and the top right. Let's go to top down, hopefully. Move this up so you guys can see this now. Top down. This is always the janky part. This is something they fixed with the Capellix, but This one's a little bit harder. These screws can get a little hard to go in this. So you're gonna want to get this corner and the other corner is the only screws you want to get screwed in. And then after that, you don't have to hold it anymore. And then you can pull all your screws tight. There you go, there's that one. And we need to loosen this a little bit. Pull it as tight over there as we can. Yeah, okay. Congratulations to Hasoon Levisley. You are the winner of the 3 months of Xbox Game Pass. Now, do not forget, if we get to 150 subs, we're going to throw in another year of Game Pass Ultimate. So if we get to 150 subs, we'll do that. That'll be a 1-year Game Pass code, and that'll be to celebrate 2,000 subscribers on 2,000 subscribers on Twitch, which is huge. Okay, so we're just gonna pull. Now what we're gonna do real quick, go back to the side camera real quick. We're just gonna make sure all of our, okay, we're gonna pull all of this. Oh, I forgot, take this thing off. That's why I haven't done this yet. Okay, let's get these other cables kind of squared away here. Make sure everything's kind of moved through. Got one cable I forgot to do, which is like the biggest. It's gonna go through the power. I hate this one. Should have done this. Okay, good. Got it through. Okay. Well, all of our cables are through. Making sure everything's tight. Then we're gonna pull this one a little bit more. This is our USB. Okay, so that's ready. Now what we can do is we're gonna go ahead and lay this down. We can now make sure we just screw the rest of these in real quick, actually, before we get too far. We're gonna go back to our top down. As you guys can see, I'm just gonna finish the installation of all of our screws real quick. It's on the top of the case. Get all these installed. We have all the cables run, so we're all good there. Oopsie, oopsie. Don't be mean to me, screw. Just go in. Like it's a little bit crooked, isn't it? Maybe. Feels like it's a little crooked here. So we're gonna loosen this. Doesn't quite seem. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Let's get this in. Okay, we're just gonna get our corners in. Now we can tighten this. Now that's straight, like it should be. Straight as an arrow. Gonna get our other screws in, and then we can move on to the pump mounting. And then that's like we're at that point in time, guys, we're at like the halfway point of this build. Once the pump is fully mounted. There's not a lot to worry about because of RGB fans. Most of that stuff is hooked up. So this should be for like, once we kind of get through this, it's gonna be pretty quick to get it done. We're giving away a $150 new gift card, pretty sure. We're gonna be giving away another, hopefully another year of Game Pass, and we're gonna be giving away a 250 gig NVMe Western Digital drive. So those are the things that we'll be giving away today. So pretty good stuff. Thank you very much for the tier 1. And then remember, guys, we're also, if you do a subscription over on Twitch, we're giving away 2 3070s. All you got to do is use your free, if you head over to twitch.tv/Robeytech, use your free Amazon Prime sub, you can get a free entry. And then if you gift subs, you get extra entries. If you do tiered subs, like tier 2 sub, tier 3 sub, that gives you a lot of extra entries. If you do a multi-month sub, that also gets you a lot of extra entries. And then next month, we're giving away a 3080 for subscribers, and that'll be paid subscribers on YouTube as well, should be added to that. And then finally, the last one is, do not forget, we have the Ultimate NZXT Next Gen giveaway. We're giving away an Xbox One X, a PlayStation 5, and a Xbox and a PC with a 3080. Details on that are going to be linked here in just a second. Our mods are going to link that stuff out. So yeah, and then join our Discord, especially because we have the new competition, Battle Stations. Season 1 is going to be beginning here in the next couple weeks. People are going to be able to start entering for battle stations. It's a $500 prize. It's a battle royale of the best setups on the YouTubes, and you could potentially win. So we're gonna have season 1 of that starting up here pretty soon too. They're both great. It just depends on a visual option. I mean, I love the Z63 because you get that beautiful screen, right? Like, which is awesome. Okay, so now we're gonna we got everything ready here. We're gonna go ahead and take off our bracket here. What you do here is you just take off this bracket, pull it off like this. There's one. There we go. Come off pretty easily, actually. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna install our top bracket like that. There we go. So brackets installed. Now for AMD, you just want to kind of start your threading for your little clasps like this. There's like 2 little parts. They look like this and like this. You just want to start them on each side, like so. There you go, just like that. If it's not going to catch here. Oh, that one seems wonky, so we're going to switch to this one. There we go. Okay, so you get our 2 little clasps like that. What you're going to do is you're going to turn this over, kind of get all the cables out of the way here. They're ready to go. And then you want to basically take the top one and catch the top one on the little latch on the top. And then you'll do the same thing with the bottom one. Get it latched. Then you can just kind of clasp it with your fingers. You want to tighten them down thumb-wise until they're kind of on, making sure they're all the way pushed in. Once you kind of get them tightened with your fingers, then you can go to screwdriver. And then it's just like that. I know Paul says he doesn't like this mounting method, but honestly, I think it's because he always tries to mount it when it's standing up. And I think that mounting it when it's laying down, like what I just did, is very easy. There you go. There you go. Nice and mounted, good to go. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a quick pull of all the cables through the back. Make sure they're all nice and taut now, because it can be. And then we'll quickly zip tie them. Cable, I think it's not being pulled through here. There we go. This one. Why is this not going? What is this cable? The cable. Oh, great. The SATA came unplugged. Hold on. I'm gonna run this through. Something came. The SATA cable came out. I was like, why is that not going tight? The SATA cable came out. And you gotta do this weird. Got it once and now. There we go. Come on, come on. Get in there. Get in your hole. Got it. Okay, phew. There's that. The only thing I need is this. I want to make sure everything is through. Okay. There's more room. Okay. Okay, now we can go back to top down and zip tie this so it looks good. Ugh. What the heck is going on here with this one? Okay, there we go. Okay. Now, top down. And then I always like to do this because this is why I saved the white. I have a couple white cables here. Cable ties, or as the Verge calls them, tweezers. I don't know why. We're gonna zip tie these together to make them look nice and clean. There's that one. And we're gonna do one more up here. There we go. unless you lose it like I just did. Okay, there we go. Now we have a nice clean look. Grab our little cutters here. Bring it up a little bit north here. There we go. There we go. Just flip that around like that. You end up with a nice clean, like almost like it looks like a little white band. Still looks like it's part of the build. Then you have this nice look. Yeah, see? That looks nice and clean. Boom. And then what we can do is we don't do that till we completely hook it up. You know how to start bad luck. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this over, get all our front panels kind of lined up, and then move from there. But before we do that, let us pick up all of our garbage over here. 1,345 tonight. Not as I don't think it's going to be as high as yesterday. Yesterday was crazy as we got to like a lot, but it's still really good. How many do we have? Like, I'm curious. How's our? So 434, 910 over on YouTube right now. There we go. Okay, guys, we're gonna get started with this stuff out of the way. We've got that all installed, and then we'll turn this over. Ugh. Okay, now we can turn it over, throw that in the garbage. Our area is cleaned up. Do the next step, which is kind of hook up our AIO, get our cabling kind of squared away, and run our stuff. This should be a pretty easy little process here. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna unscrew our cable management here. I've yet to be able to really use this thing because especially if you use cable extensions, but we may be able to make it work on this one. Okay, so there's our stuff. We can pull everything through here. Just getting all our cables out. And this is the one that's like weird. Actually, it's hooked to something here. Okay. It's like tied to the wall or whatever. Yeah, it's got this like, whoa. Okay. Anything else is coming through, right? It goes through. Okay, there's these. Fan headers. Oh, we do. We have fans. Oh, geez. I forgot. We actually have a lot of fans. This doesn't have a fan hub. Crud. So we have 4 fans we gotta hook up. Okay, so I gotta run fans. I just realized that. Okay, we'll have to find fan headers for these. Okay, so we'll get that done. Let's hook up our AIO real quick. Luckily, the AIO just has all this stuff kind of integrated in, so it makes it really easy. What we're doing right now is we're just gonna get our fan headers hooked up. There it is. So what you do is you grab your fans for your AIO, because this is all up at the top. There's one. And there's 2. There's 2 fans right there. And then we have 1 RGB, and then a second RGB. Yay, RGB hooked up. Okay, so there's all that. And then these, that's everything for the AIO. All kind of ready to go. So what we're gonna do now is you basically pull it super taut, like this. We're just gonna cable manage it. That's just done and out of the way. If we have an issue with the AIO, we know where the cables are for that. They're right here. There we go. Okay, there's that one. There's all our AIO cables. Good to go. We have a tie down right here. We could have used, I guess. So we're going to tie that down. to here. And then we'll be good to go. That number, I just realized that number is not right. Here we go. Okay, now stuff is tied down and we're good to go there. Let me fix something real quick, guys. I just realized that number is not right. Okay, cool. There we go. Now AIO is controlled, and now we can move on to the next tier. Okay, there's all our AIO stuff ready to go. We're gonna take this cable, which is our power. We don't care about, but we're gonna run this down here. It'll get plugged in, and then this is always the interesting one. Hopefully we'll have enough room. Usually we don't. We usually have to run this one just through the center, unfortunately. Like this. That's gonna go down like that. I wish this cable was a little longer, but it's just not. So that's what we end up having to do. If we can get it into the class, we'll try, but it usually doesn't work. Okay, now, okay, all of our stuff is hooked up there. Most of these, I'm just gonna make sure, so we have HD audio, that definitely goes in here. We're just gonna look to see what else we need. Okay, HD audio goes in here. Fan, these are fans, so I need to know where are all our fan headers? We've got 2 down there. We got 1 in the middle, crud, and then we have 1 at the top. 1 in the top left. Oh, we got 3. Okay, so I got 3 down at the bottom. Okay, cool. That's good. So we'll run these 3. These 3 fans are gonna go here, down at the bottom. I'm sorry, you guys can't see that. Okay, there we go. These 3 fans are gonna go right in here. We're gonna hook all this stuff up on the other side. We're just getting all of the front panels plugged in and ready to get run. Okay, so that's there. It's shoving all the cables in, so they basically we can connect them. Okay, so there's that. Now we have, these are our front panel connectors. There's power plus and minus. That we don't need. Where's the other connectors? Where's the power switch and all those ones? Okay, there it is. Okay, power switch is right here. Okay, so we're gonna take this, put this in here, like that. And then the last thing we're gonna do, which is new, is we're gonna unplug this right here. And we're just gonna put it over here. What we're gonna grab is, we're not gonna control everything with the box. What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a Lighting Node Pro here that we have. And we're gonna control everything via Lighting Node, because that way he can control it in software. That's what we're working on here. So undo that. And we don't need everything out of here. The only thing that we actually need is this. This and not that. We need this and we need this. And that'll allow us to control everything via the lighting node. So we have a spare one if we care, but we don't because we have a lot of them. So I'm just gonna throw that away. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to put this in. And this is what's going to control control the individual's lights. So we're going to connect this up so he can control his lights, his fan lights from iCUE, instead of having to do it with a button. Because we'll have 2 here. So we're going to hook this up like this. And then we're going to grab our one. Where did I do with it? What did I do with the cable? Oh, there it is. We're gonna grab this. And unhook that. Okay. And then this goes to the top like that. I'm gonna take this, and this is gonna go into LED 1. And if we had more lights, the cool thing is he now has the ability to add more lights if he wants to. Okay, so that's all done. We're just gonna undo this so it's twisted out and ready to go. And I've missed like 3 shots, guys. I'm terrible at the basketball. Okay, and then what we're gonna do for this is we're just gonna turn this like that. We're gonna mount it right against this wall, this back wall on the AIO. I mean on the shroud. If I can get this off, geez. Okay, so we're gonna grab, there's one, right there. One more, we'll grab here in a second. Okay, now we've got our 3M on there, so we can stick it on. There we are, garbage. Okay, and then we're just gonna peel these. It's like I did my nails, and this, like having nails is actually useful for building PCs, but then it looks gross on stream. So, okay, now we're gonna take this little bad boy right here, gonna mount it nicely right here so it's out of the way. And then what we need to do is run this up here like that. So that's run, and then we're gonna have all of our power is gonna be up here. These are all our power connectors for lighting nodes and all that stuff. Okay, so that's all hooked up now. Okay, now we have control via lights, via the power. Only other thing we gotta do is we gotta run this. This is light. This is the RGB for the back fan. I'm gonna run this down here and into 4. Unfortunately. Let's see if we can actually, how tight we can get that. Might actually work. Okay, so we'll put that right there. We'll cable manage that here in a minute. And then fan is actually gonna go right here. Okay, so now all of our front panels are actually ready to hook up. Everything else is, this is all stuff that's gonna stay back here. Oh, USB 3. That's the one thing I forgot about. Where's USB 3.2 go? Okay, and then USB 3.2 is actually gonna go in here. Okay, so now we can hook up all our front panels. Let's do it! That was all the complicated parts. Figuring out where all this stuff gets plugged in. Okay, so up here in the top left, there's a fan. We have a little fan header down here, so we're gonna hook up our little fan header. Can't see. Need light. There it is. Let's grab our NAND light. Turning on our NAND light. There we go. There we go. Okay, there's our CPU fan, and I'll show you all these close up here in a bit. Okay, USB 3.2 is gonna be next. We'll zoom in and show all this stuff here in a minute. Okay, you wanna turn this around. You wanna make sure that you're doing this at a 90-degree angle. So you don't bend the pins. Oh shoot, like that. There we go. Okay, that's installed. Okay, next is all this mess of cables. So you want to kind of separate these out. What you want to do is you want your front panel connectors to be the far right, and then everything else just kind of goes around it. So front panel for this is actually pretty simple because all we have is the power switch and the power plus and minus. I'll show you these hooked up here in a minute. Power hooked up. Okay, and then power plus and minus. Okay. Power plus, power minus. Come on, baby. Light my fire. Okay, power plus and minus is in. Now, we just want to make sure none of that's twisted up like it was. Okay, next up, we have a fan header right next to this. So we're going to take one of our fans. Not you. One of the fans for the PC. Plug that in right there. Okay, next we have our 2 USB connectors. We're gonna grab these. One of these is for the lighting node, and one of these is for the AIO. Make sure these are hooked up. Okay, that one goes next to it. There we go. Next up is 2 more fan headers. And then we have all of our stuff kind of ready to go. Okay, 2 more fan headers. I'll show you this. And like I said, I zoom in so I can show you guys all the cables connected so you guys can see all this stuff. And the last part is our HD audio. Goes all the way to the right. And a lot of these guys, if you've never done a PC before, a lot of these are keyed one way. There's only one way to plug them in. The only one that's not like that is our the only one that's not like that is the front panel connectors. Everything else is pretty keyed. Okay, so let me zoom in and I'll walk you guys through so what we just hooked up so you guys can see it a little bit better. So zoom in, here we go. Zoom in way in so you guys can see all the stuff that we hooked up. Okay, so first one we hooked up in top left, this is our fan header for this back fan. So we hooked that up. We've got a fan header right next to this. This is our EPS power. We hooked that up earlier. Then over here, we're gonna zoom in. You can see, whoop, shoot. Okay, we'll get those here in a minute. We put in, you can't see them right here, but this is our USB 3.2. This is running from the back. And then down here at the bottom, you guys can see right here, this is our front panels. We just plugged those in. There was only 3 of those. That's a fan header right there. And then right next to it, we have 2 USB. This is for that one right there is for the lighting node, and the next to it is the one for the AIO. Then we have 2 more fan headers right next to that, and then far over here is our HD audio connector. So that's everything plugged in. If you wanted to follow along and see where that was, that's where that's all at. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is we got all that stuff ready. Just gonna check the cabling in the back. Just kind of get that clean. I'm gonna go grab these 2 screws I threw on the floor over here. Gotta go all the way around. Here we are. Okay. Stay up there. Oh, I almost knocked the ice over. Okay, cool. Ooh, that's a good framing. Good framing, Roby. Okay. Now. Okay, now what we're going to do, turn this over, make sure everything's hooked up. Just run the cables, make sure it all looks nice again. This one little thing, it's like it like wants to be roomy, and you want to kind of get this in there so you can hide as much as you can. I had a little sticky pad, I do that, but I don't. Okay, so turn this over just to make sure everything's good and tight. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just, not all the cables are hooked up. I know how much length I need. I can get cables kind of out of the way here as best I can. Okay. Well, we are able to get that in there. I don't know if it'll stay, but we're able to get it in. We'll see if that can get covered. That's we'll have to plug a power into that. Okay, now we have this one. Where's the other? Oh, there it is. Okay, there's our, it's like, where's our, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna put this in like that. Okay, there's that. Then, just because we have them, I kind of clump all these. You know, these are all power, so I don't want to I don't want to clump these. Like, the ones I want to clump are really, geez, in a weird spot. We're going to run them down to the bottom as best we can, like that. Run everything into a little clump. We're going to take our little other Corsair things. Yeah, let's do it. Let's actually zip tie it so it's just out of the way. And we're going to use it. Zip tie these down the right direction, actually. Would help. Roby. Learn to zip tie, Robe. Here we go. Here we go. Pull that one in. And again, this hopefully, the hope is, in this case, we'll be able to cover it all with the cable cover. That's what I'm trying to do. It's always, these cable covers are really hard. They're just not that wide. What I can do, I'm gonna try if this works. And I want all of this stuff to basically come out here. There should be a slot at the bottom. Yep, should be a slot at the bottom for all of the power cables. All these are coming through here. These are all the power for like the little stupid stuff that you have. I'm gonna try very hard to see if I can just to get this tight. And then the only cable we'll have to worry about over here, I want it to be the right way. The only cable we'll have to worry about over here is the extension cable for the power. Okay. Let's see how tight we can get this. There we go. Okay. Here we go. So again, the hope is we'll be able to put this on and it'll cover most of this. So this should, everything goes well, should cover all of this, and then all we'll have is a little bit down here. That's the hope. That should, yeah, it looks like it fits right now. So that should be okay. That's what we're trying to get right there. So the only thing we have is like this little bits. We might do another zip tie up here. This is not long enough, unfortunately. So we'll probably zip tie this down here in a minute. Okay, cool. So we got that. That's what we're planning on doing and having that done. Okay, let's go ahead and hook up our cable extensions, install our GPU, and then we're gonna install a PSU, and that's it. Like, we're really close to having this done. Ugh. And we are coming up on, we have about 10 minutes before the next hype train, so that's when we'll do the next giveaway, is once that hype train hits. Okay guys, looking good. Looks good so far. We can go ahead and officially peel this, because this is all hooked up. That'll look nice and shiny. There you go. Peeled. And cleaned up a little bit with the... There we go. Nice shiny Corsair logo. Hey, 127. Wow, you guys. Okay, well, we've definitely unlocked the one. Next one is just 150. It's just a goal. No, 150 is the 1 year of new 1 year of Xbox Game Pass. If we get to 150, so we only have 25 more, and we'll get there. Still says mixer, sir. What does? I don't know what what does. Okay. What do we need? We need our GPU. Let's grab our GPU. Right here, 2080 Ti. I know used to be the king, not the king anymore, but we'll do this young lady a lot of good in this machine, so still be a great machine for playing games. You can still do a lot of games 4K 30. I think yeah, it's 2-slot card. Okay, going from there. Take these two off. There we go. Grab our GPU. Real quick, before we get too far to that. Ice. Oh, the about section. Yeah, we'll have to get that fixed. I'm working. I'll have to get. I do need to update a lot of that stuff. Okay, top down. Let's get our GPU in. Oh, I hate it when it's just that much too high. Lower it a little bit. It's got the sag because it's not installed right now, guys.
This board actually pushes the GPU way up.
There we go.
GPU is way up here, okay.
Come on, get in the hole, dude. There we go. Okay, in and secure. Okay. That was a little harder to install than I expected. Sorry about that, guys. And we still have the hype train. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna look really good when we add the extensions. It's gonna look nice and clean. You got a lot of room down at the bottom. Kind of like it when the by 16 slots right here, but again, the reason they don't is because you want that Wi-Fi card. So again, kind of pushes the whole card up. But let's get our run that cable. We're gonna have to hide that cable for sure. I don't want that cable shown. I'll have to pull that for taut. Okay, so 2080 Ti is done. Okay, now get our cable extensions. Got our white one ready to go here for power already. So go. Looks good. Pull this through here. There's always the problem is like making sure there's enough room to get this thing through. Okay, there we go. This is always the thing that may keep me from being able to use that that cable cover. Don't worry about that here in a bit. There we go. That's in. And then now we just need two 4-pin connector cables. Don't need that. These two, we do not need that one. Need these two, that, and this goes here, and that goes in the garbage. Okay, cool. Now, we're gonna do, the hope is, the plan is to run these straight down like that. These are gonna be really long runs though because of how high this cable is. We're gonna need a lot of cable comb. This will look like this. Is the plan. So just so you guys know. Now it doesn't have cable combs on it, so it looks like crap right now, but we fix that right here. There you go. Okay. Now what we do is we install our cable combs. Hey, what's up, Jerfaz? Oh, is this the one you're ready for your build? Your Foz is the winner of the 3080. Usually the head of our number one on our weekly sub goal, but now he's saving up for a PC. So he's saving up to get his PC because he won the 3080 last month. It does look good. It's just, you know, it's still a gorgeous. I love the way the 2080 Ti looks. Gorgeous looking thing. Now, your Foz, it doesn't come. You'll get it in October. It's usually it always takes about 4 weeks. So the card just showed up, so we'll get it in the mail probably this weekend or next and get it out to you. So, dude, Nix, it's just the price for. It was just somebody trying to be dumb. It's the third-party sellers. It sometimes happens on Newegg. By the way, if you are looking, like I know we're a week away from the 3070 release. If you're looking for a recommended build for a 3070, I actually have one. All you got to do is use the command. Well, I'll let you know here in a second. Actually, I'll let it's exclamation point RTX 3000. That'll actually give you the command for showing you a build list for a 3000 series GPU. The YouTube, you can just see it down in the description. But if you're looking for something, just use RTX 3000. That's a great build if you want to do a 3000 series NVIDIA build. 3070 NVIDIA build. So put that together for you. Also, the 2200 if you're looking at 3080, but given that 3070s are going to be in stock, if you are trying to do one and you're hoping to do a 3070 build, just so you know, I expect hardware to get super scant, especially if the supply issue is nowhere near as bad as the 3080, then you'll see a huge rush of hardware getting bought. So it may not be a bad idea to pick up your stuff if you're going to try and do a build soon, now versus later. So that's why I put those recommendations there for you, if you want to check them out. Again, that's not a giveaway, guys. It's just if you guys want to check, there are the builds. I think the Blondie's putting a link. There's no entry for a giveaway right now. That's just so if you're interested in a build, that's the build link. Hey, Marcel, thank you very much, man, for the $10, dude. Yeah, wait for the thing. Yeah, excited about the 5? Yes, I am, Bede. I am very excited about the 5000 series. Favorite AIB 30 model is gonna have to be the Strix. We do have them. We do have one, and we have a Strix 39. We have two Strix 3090s that are on their way. So that's my favorite right now. 3080 though, it's like I really like that one. I want to see the Aorus one. I'm trying to get a hold of an Aorus one. Gigabyte is sending me I believe they're hopefully going to be sending me a Vision, so we can finish out another build, and that one's for me. So. Yeah, the Asus Gundam one is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, that one, I saw Carter was actually looking at flying to Japan to get that. Yeah, dude, that the For the Win one, like that strip, and especially the one that we're giving away as the for the NZXT on the EVGA For the Win looks really good. So I have to agree with you on that. Like it does look super sick. Okay, let's see here. Where did I put these? I want to make sure they're even. Get in there. Okay. That one goes about right there. That one goes about right there. That one goes about right there. Right there. Okay. Oh, I hate that. Okay. One cable. There we go. Little bit. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Okay, guys, at this point in time, all we gotta do is turn it over and put all the power in. That's really, we're at the end. That's it. Like we're done. We gotta be getting super close to, I'd say probably in the next 10 minutes, we'll unlock that hype train giveaway here pretty soon, so. I don't know. I'll look at that in just a second. Let me go fix that. Let me see I don't remember what I did there. Let me fix that. $3070. Where's the AMD 3070? Hold on one sec. Okay. That's a good question. I'm gonna go with the 650 G5, sorry, G6 over the other one. I don't know why that's there, so it's fixed now. Hey, thank you very much for the compliments, guys. Fixed. That's fixed in the 3071. Okay, there we go. We're good to go. Let's throw these in the bag here, and then we can hook up our power supply. It does look good. It does look really good, actually. I love the way this case looks, especially. I mean, the only thing that would have been better, but he didn't pay for replacing fans, is to throw all white, like if you had all LLs or there. But the black and the white, it all looks good. And even with just the white there, I still think it looks pretty clean. But this does look really clean when you use all white fans. Okay, so this is all ready to go here. Just gotta get our PSU in. These are all ready to wound up. And then we'll see if we can get that cable thing done once we'll do more cable cleaning once we get our PSU in. So grab our white PSU right here. Scoot this over a little bit. This is our Cooler Master V750, the V750 Gold V2 White Edition. So I love, the one thing I do like about these is these super stretchy bags. They're actually nice bags. They could be like good like gym bags, like if you want to like throw like, especially if you had two of them, you could like throw two shoes in this. It's got that, oh my God, it's got that super chemically smell. Ooh, that does not smell good. Let me give him the free bag though. You can do it what he wills. Okay, and then here's our case stuff, like what we need, and we're gonna close this and throw this over into the garbage. Okay, there we are. There's our CPU, our power supply ready to go. Open up this. You don't really have to. I mean, I know some people have concerns about it. You don't have to. We're actually working on a video pretty soon that'll kind of show you like trying to do all the bad things, but these things are pretty shielded nowadays. It takes a lot to ruin them. But then again, you could do one and it could do it all. So if you want to be safe, it's always better to do it like no parts in the YouTube description, really? Did I not put them in? Oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna fix that. 1 second. Apparently the parts didn't show up in here. Oh man, it didn't. Hold on one sec. You guys, why did I just now find this out? You guys don't have any parts. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna fix that real quick. Okay. There you go. Parts are now, the parts and the list is now there. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know. I didn't know that. I thought that was all in there. Okay, so the parts list is there. And now in the YouTube description for the 1,500 plus people who are watching that right now. Super sorry about that, guys. I feel bad. One sec, I'm just putting posting the other thing in here real quick. Just take a second. We're way ahead of time right now, so I'm not that I don't want you guys to be entertained, but we're just gonna fix this real quick. And we're here at the perfect time for the song too. Starting the new song, starting the new music over. It's like it knew that I needed it. I'm gonna do that. Hold on one sec, guys. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, almost done. I don't know why I didn't know that this thing was this far behind. Okay, that's better. Okay, that's fixed. Okay, now everything's good. You should all be good. Dashboard is there. Okay, now let's finish our install here. Okay, so this one is the first cable we're plugging in right now. This is for all of our SATA connections, of which we have quite a few. So like we have RGB, AIO, and then a couple lighting stuff. The cool thing about this particular motherboard is that they use this particular PSU is it uses these special connections. You just gotta plug it in like that. Don't need that one. Don't need that one. These are all extras. Okay, this is for our GPU. So we just need one of these. We're gonna plug into our GPU cables. I love the white on this, by the way. Okay, so we're gonna plug that in right here. There's our GPU white cable. Next one we're gonna need is we don't need, that's an extra spare one. Molex, don't need that. This is our CPU, so we have one CPU connection. We're gonna need one of these cables. There we go. Plug this in. The way you know which one goes to the PSU is most of the time it's actually labeled, but the part that's split, that's the part that doesn't go into the PSU. So you just plug that in. There we go. Oops. Then finally, another spare CPU we're not using. And then finally, you've got your motherboard cable, which the part that you know is plugged into your PSU. It's labeled again, but it's easy. The big one goes into your motherboard. The split one goes into your PSU. And so it's gonna basically go just like this. Top one goes there. There we go, and the bottom one goes right below it. There we go. Okay, so now all of our cables are plugged in. We're good to go. Now, garbage, you don't need that. Okay, now we're just going to get should be in here, is our PSU. There's our screws. And they give you some big honking zip ties here. The Verge would be proud. And you've got some more cool Cooler Master cable ties. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna basically move all this stuff out of the way and drop our PSU, and you want it to go fan down. Drop our PSU in here. Give it a lot of room here. And that is all there is to it. And there we go. Okay, so that's all plugged in now. Okay, let's go to our side camera. And then we'll do the slow reveal as we go up. That's a lot of tweezers. You're right, B1022. Okay, there we go. Tomorrow is going to be a bonkers build, by the way. Tomorrow we are building in the AH600 that looks like a freaking attack helicopter. So we're also using the MSI Trio, Gaming Trio 3080 GPU. So if you're looking for just an entertaining build, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a longer episode because that case is just crazy. That's gonna be happening tomorrow, starting at 6 p.m. Should be a good build, should be a lot of fun. If you want to just come and hang out as we end the week and you kick off your weekend with a little Robeytech and a really neat build. And then we're gonna do a game stream on Sunday. Just gonna try and figure out which one based on what people say in the Discord as well. So guys, we still have we need 9 more for the final giveaway for tonight, and that is just to break 2,000 subscribers on Twitch. I know we're at like I know for YouTube we're at like 90-something thousand. That's paid subscribers, which is pretty crazy. Okay, now let's just finish hooking up our power, and then we'll turn it on. Okay, we're almost done, guys. We're just waiting for Hype Train to unlock, which it may have unlocked. I might not have been paying attention. It could be open already, so we'll have to test that here in just a few minutes. Okay. So I'm just making sure all of our cables here. Okay, so all of our power cables are here. So the first thing I'm gonna plug in, which you guys can't see because it's too low. Okay, there we go. First thing we're gonna plug in is all of our SATA. This is all the SATA power for like our lighting node, all that sort of stuff. So we're just hooking that stuff up. Whoa, Fuji dropping 5 tiers. There we are, 148. Now the question is, did that start Hype Train? Because I think Hype Train might be unlocked. So. Okay, there's that one, and then finally the last one. Oh, son of a, I forgot. Okay, so we may have to add one more SATA because we have this really long. Yeah, okay. This might work. Okay, we might actually be okay, guys. We might have to be okay. We'll just have to see. Okay, this is gonna go right here. We're gonna untie that, push this down. Okay. Then untie this one. I'm gonna see if I can, by some miracle. Now we have this one right here, which we can put in here. Let's see if some miracle we can make this so thin and control all of these cables. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but we will try. Because that thing has got to be super thick. But we'll try. Ugh. Will the miracle happen? I don't think it will. I don't think we're gonna be able to use that holder, but we'll try. Oh, I can't use that right there. Okay, so there's that one. That's all plugged in. Now what we're gonna do. So we have 2 more little cables to, I think 1 more or 2 more? Yeah, 2 more. There it is right there, 2 more. This one's gonna go right here. It's our power for that. And then, did we unlock? No, we didn't. We didn't unlock Hype Train. So there's still, Hype Train is still not unlocked yet. Thank you, Fuji, for that though. Fuji was ready to go. Fuji's pretty much taking Drafaw's place now. He's like the top subscribe giver. Okay, let's get those through and just kind of push down. We just want it to look nice and clean. Okay, next up, we're gonna grab our CPU cable. It's nice that we were able to do that and not have to worry about that. CPU cable. Run this on the side here. I'm gonna actually go ahead and do the clip thing and try and push this off. This is like the end. We're at like the end of the whole thing. The whole end is here. There it goes, okay. See if we can get all of this kind of shoved over. If we can do this and get this on, then it'll be cable controlled. There we go. Okay, so there's that. That's controlled now. Okay, that's in. That looks good, nice and clean. Okay, next one is we got to shove this bad boy into here as much as we can. The ones that, this one we just basically want it as low as possible because it's just got to plug into this. Cable extension cable. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning up here real quick. Kind of make things look nicer, best I can. There we go. Okay, that locks that one in. Okay, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, zip tie this stuff together. Then I'll hold that in. It's like having performance issues, it's not going up. Okay, there we go. Cool. Now that goes right there. There, nice and clean. That's clean. Just do this one. Say that. Like kind of a nice, because again, the back glass is tempered. So trying to make sure that we kind of have everything kind of channeled so it looks relatively clean. Because we're not going to be able to get that case on. That thing, there's no way that's going on there. Just, that's the problem with using cable extensions. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we just have our last cables, which is our two GPU cables. You want to keep these loose. Main reason being is you want to be able to move them. From the front, so you don't want to zip tie these down because if you want to keep your front looking nice, you want to be able to move these cables to make it do that. So shove that in there. Okay, last one. There we go. And okay, that is all in. I wish this could go on there, but there is like no way because of this, like the SATA and stuff like that. Like if we could get that to go in, that'd be rad, but it's just, yeah, it's not gonna go. Okay, so that'll go in the box with a little extras. Okay, everything is hooked up and ready to go. I'm gonna use one more cable to kind of control this part right here, just to kind of hold this so it looks like it's one thing in the back here. We're gonna there we go. Yep, and that's got clearance. It's got clearance. Clearance. Okay, now I'm gonna grab one white cable, extend cable tie or zip tie. We're just gonna zip tie this one down. It's all clean and closed too. Okay. There we go. Now, we can do, because I'm feeling confident, guys. I'm feeling confident. Hey, oh, there it is. Hype Train is unlocked. There it is. Hype Train is unlocked. Okay, now we can do the last part, which is let's throw the back panel on it because I feel that confident this is going to be fine. Make sure it closes. Oh, look at that. Snug as a bug in a rug. Looks good. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our cleaning cloth. It looks clean. Okay, now we're gonna just quickly put these on, and we'll put our other. Wow, Jaffa's dropping it like it's hot today. I might have made. Sorry if I made you feel bad, Jaffa's. That was never my intention, my friend. You are an incredible supporter. Whoa, did I just put a long one in there, or did I put a short one? Yeah, I did a long one. Oh no, I did. Okay, I did a short. There we go. Level 5 Hype Train rail ready. There we go. Look at that. Sub Hype, 168 subs today. You guys are incredible. That is 2,000 paid subscribers on Twitch. Thank you very much, you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being such an incredible and amazing supporter of our channel as we still continue to see bits and all that stuff. Thank you very much for all of you guys, for all of the awesome you do. Let's do that last giveaway. Or sorry, we still have the big one, but this one is going to be for 1 year of Game Pass Ultimate. And this is just basically, and it's just going to be community because you guys are the POG, players of the game. There you go. Starting that giveaway right now, 1 year of Game Pass. Thank you very much for all of your guys' support. Big shout out to all my new subscribers, all of my new supporters, my longtime ones as well. You guys are going. The back is clear because it's a tempered glass back. It's to make it look good. That's why I paid so much attention to how things were kind of zip tied and stuff like that. It's all about show sometimes. It's all clumped together and looks, you know, it's all so you can see it and then it looks like it's actually meant to be that way. Okay, cool. There we go. Let's lift this up. I went on no problem. Now, cam link. These are a little bit, ooh, yeah, those got pushed a little bit. Oh, I should have paid attention to that first. Okay, there we go. Dang it, now I have to undo the back. I didn't pay attention to one thing I needed to do. Gotta fix something in the back. You guys are player of the game for sure. I'll just keep the back off and then I'll put it back on later. I just realized I gotta set the cables to the right. But I know the back closes. That was actually what I wanted to care about the most. I was feeling confident and then I drew out of my own confidence. Okay. Okay, let us fix. There's one thing we gotta fix, which are these. I'm gonna figure out how that works. Our cables for our GPUs are not, there we go, we wanna pull them in tighter. There we go. There we go. Just wanna make sure those are nice and tight. You don't want those not tight. Okay, cool. Now, there we go. Now we can fix that real quick. And repeat step again. This is why I like the cases like the I like cases like the Fantex, right? Because the backs are a lot easier to open. Like you got to commit when you close this one. Like, I'm committed to closing this Case. Yes, you are. Oh. Look at all those emotes. You guys are amazing. Wow, there we go. Winner is going to get drawn here any minute. Thank you very much for being so incredible. Seriously, you guys really, honestly, I miss you guys now when I don't get to stream. Sometimes I'm tired though. That's not a lie. Okay, guys, the giveaway's done. Congratulations to the Notorious Fernando over on Twitch. Notorious Fernando over on Twitch, rocking it. Thank you very much, Notorious Fernando. You are the winner of a 1-year Game Pass Ultimate. Okay. There we go. And we still have our last giveaway, which we'll do here in just a few minutes. Once we get the PC posted and on and installing Windows, it's always like the last thing. Yeah, the Notorious Fernando. Okay, there we go. Get this up. Oh. Okay, now we can put in our last little bits here. So get our little front grill installed here. There we go. Grill installed. Top part installed. There we go. Boom, top part installed. Okay, cool. Now, grab our key, our front stuff here. I think on that one. I don't know if that's the right one. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay. Screw in our front stuff and just make sure that all of our RGBs ready to go. There we go. Okay, 2 more screws for this. Okay, there we go. Last screw. For the top one, front one anyway. Okay, now we just got to put the top RGB, I mean the tempered glass on. I don't know why I keep saying RGB. Top tempered glass time. There we go. And clean it off. There we go. Last screws. Here's when we turn it on. And this one. Okay, here we go. 8:31. This is like pretty much the earliest we've ever gotten. Like this build just went really quick. Okay, there we go. Everything's all. Ooh, we have a peel. We didn't do right here on the back here, guys. There we go. Peeled now. Okay, you guys ready? It is ready it's ready to get turned on. I think it looks really good. Nice and clean. Always the way we want it to look. Give it a little bit of angle so you guys can see the front a bit too. There we go. Get the front up there a bit. Push this down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Whew, here we go. Grabbing our, get our height up a little bit. Power on, here we go. Yep, power on. Okay. Ice is not quite done yet, but we're prepared. Okay. Power in. HDMI in. Go. On. And, ooh, I see lights. Ooh, no RGB though. I wonder if I didn't plug in something. The top RGB's in. I wonder if there's something. So that's on. So we're missing the lighting on the outside fans. So there's something not powered on. Oh wait, there's one, two. I think there's a power cable I forgot. So we're gonna fix that. I do want to verify real quick that it posts. So we just got to get our RGB light on. Just want to make sure it posts. That's the other thing I'm checking real quick. Yep, and it posts. Okay, so it does post. There's a post, right? I'll turn that on so you guys can see the post. Oh, sorry. So it's ready to go. But I got to fix the lights. There's some lights. There's a power. There's obviously one light thing. I must not have plugged something into SATA, so we'll figure out what that is. There's the post though. You can see that's there. So we're gonna fix that, and then we are good. Which, you know, every once in a while it happens. All good, but we know it posts. Let's fix our light. Something is not powered. Ugh. And we'll have to re-clean the glass and stuff like that, but that's an easy fix. Okay, so we have one. Something is not powered. You just got to figure out what is not powered. That's why sometimes it's best to not do it, but I like to commit. Because then when it works, it's like, POG! But then sometimes it doesn't work, and it's like, no. So it's either my lighting node, one of the either the lighting node or the lighting node Pro. One of those two things is not powering right now. So we're gonna take this off. I do not know, actually, Animal. I don't actually know the answer to that question. Okay. I'm just going to make sure this is powered. Okay, so that one is powered, so that one has power. The question is, does this one have power? Okay, I'm gonna have to undo this cable. Okay. One cable here could not have power, and I don't know which is this one. Nope, that one has power. Okay, so that's powered. Both the lighting nodes are actually powered. And this cable is plugged into this cable. I wonder if it's actually, it could actually potentially actually have nothing to do with a power problem. It could actually have to do with I have to turn them on in the Corsair software, because this is all, like, everything here works. Like, this is all on and it does have power. This is also, yeah, this has power, this has power, everything has power. So what I'm gonna do real quick, guys, just to see if it's actually a it might actually be a software issue. And that's fine. You might have to turn them on. So it might not just be getting any signal. So we're gonna put an OS on it real quick, put an IQ on it, and then we'll see. Should be fast. I can test one other way, which I can test here in a second. One sec. Which is, I'm not too excited about, but we can try. I think getting that out is gonna be really hard. Yeah, that's gonna be, hold on. I'm gonna get this one. We can do it this way too. There's one more way to test. If I disconnect this. Maybe not. I'm gonna be able to get that out now. There it goes, okay. I can use this and see if this works. Hold on one sec, guys. We'll see here in a second. If this works, then we'll know. Okay, try this. Oh, no. That's weird, okay. Plugged in, on. There it goes. Oh, see? Yeah, it's so, that's what I was worried about, is like, it's actually, I think it's actually because the fans need a control, the controller in the Corsair thing is not. Then we'll change the mode. There you go, you can make it all white. They do work. There's like white with the, and then but the question I have, and I want to see if this works, is the question I have is that does it work with there we go, solid. No, I don't. I want just a solid color. The question is like, can I control this with the software? That's what I want to see. And that may be the reason this isn't working, is because you have to plug it in to the software. And so that's what I need to find out, because everything here is plugged in. It's all on. Oopsie. It's all on. Where's that so from? Those are all in. Okay, so we're gonna, oh geez. I'm gonna quickly get to the OS and get it in real quick, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so here you guys can see the actual PC is on. You can actually change the color of the lights with the top too, which is kind of neat, but I want to do it via software. I don't want to do it via a button, because then the top ones don't sync with it, and then you just have to make it like all one color, which is kind of weird. So we're gonna try and see if this will work. So there we go. So well, it won't take long to do this, and then we'll do our last giveaway. And if people want to stick around, they can. If not, well, it can take off. But we're going to do our last giveaway in just a few minutes. We make it all happen. Okay. Come on, where's the power button? There it is, okay. Okay, so there's that. Now what we're gonna do is grab our, oopsie, there we go. Controller. It does look good with the white though, I do have to say. I like the white, like with the white with the RGB, but I'm hoping we'll be able to test this if that will work when we do this. These are the SP120s. Okay, now we're gonna restart this, get an OS going. And I think the other reason might be that these fans don't have an RGB mode as the SP120s. These may not have like an RGB mode, and that might be why also this isn't showing up. We might have found a limitation of the fan. So, okay, let's do that again. Turn this off. So it might be the limitations of the fans. He's being wacky all of a sudden. Let that shut all the way off. There it goes. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now we got it. We're building the PC, so we're waiting for all the parts. The parts are coming in. Wow, you guys are trying to get me to adopt you with 200 subs? That's funny. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. We're just getting the last of this set up here. So getting this going. Okay, Windows. We're gonna get the Windows install going. Then we'll do the last giveaway, and then we will we'll start the process of hopefully seeing if this, making sure that this works. So that's the thing I want to happen. We might be limited by the fans, which is fine. And then should he decide to replace them, but he can change the, he can actually change to a different fan later on. And so what I'll probably do is just, if that's what the problem is, then I'll just go to all white, and then she can change the colors. It's for his daughter if she wants to. Custom, boom, there we go. Okay, so installing our CPU, installing our stuff. Let's do this last giveaway. Okay, custom. Okay, so this last giveaway, this is the last giveaway of the night. This is for a $150 New A gift card. The way this basically works, so if you are a Twitch sub, you do get extra entries into this one. This is one of the ones that you do actually get extra entries to. If you're a tier 1 sub, you get 3. If you're a tier 2 sub, you get 4. And if you're a tier 3 sub, you get 5. And so there's a lot of stuff that basically, if you want to get in on that, especially if you want a better chance to do that. And also remember, if you subscribe to the channel, you also get entries into the winning that 3070 at the end of the, wow, Jafaz took number 1. You also get entries to win the number 1, entries to get into that 3070 giveaway that we're giving away 2 at the end of the month. So a couple things there. I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes to enter the giveaway. So we're getting that going now and starting that right now. Okay, there we go. 3 minutes on that $150 New A gift card. Whew, that was a build, guys. That was a build. I always like, it's like it all went so straightforward, and then you get to like one little thing, and then you feel like you figure something out, you know? This is being wacky. What's this? There we go. Yeah. Installing our files. Yeah, I have a lighting controller that I'd like to use. That's what we're working on right now. It's built in, but I don't know if these fans will work with it. I'm hoping they do. No, caps don't. I actually don't think so. I don't think caps matter. Okay, yeah, we are getting YouTube and we are getting Twitch entries. 172 subs today, guys. Wow. Could we hit 200? What's the most I forgot what the most we've ever done. I think we've had like some ridiculous number in a single day. I don't remember what it was, though. It was pretty crazy. 1,655 people here today. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. Got a little handprint on the front for sure. There we go. Looks good. It does look good. That's the thing that makes me happy. I like good looking, clean looking PCs. And this looks really good. Okay, PC's restarting. Windows is installed. Oh, I'm sorry. Everybody has. Hey, thanks, Schmuck. Appreciate it. Oh, 320. We've gotten 320 subs in one night. That's the record that we've ever done in one day. So, not that I'm complaining about 172. That's crazy. Yeah, it's already installed. Now it's just now we're just letting it run the last yeah, it's already installed. That's why NVMe's are so good, and they're worth $100 just for that thing. World record, yeah, for subs. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be held by me. 19 seconds left on that, guys. Yeah, I think that's like a ninja thing, you know what I mean, or something like that. I think he got like 1 million subs or something ridiculous. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, in like a day or something like that. I don't think I'm there yet. I appreciate my support and how much I've grown, but I don't think I'm at that point yet. So. Oh, sure. I can turn off the light. Yeah, my bad. I usually do that. It's just the RGB is kind of wacky right now, so. Here we go. Turn down the lights. Turn them down low. Turn it to mood music. Moody. Waiting for the other lights to come back. Takes a little bit. Khaled, congratulations to Alamo Fight. Alamo Fight. You are the winner of the $150 New A gift cards. There you go. There's a nice little clear, and I'll zoom in. Let me. You guys need to watch this, so I'll zoom in so you guys can see the stuff from there. Yes. Yes. Yep. Yeah, congratulations. Thanks very much, man. Roby, your streams are amazing. Thank you very much, dude. I super appreciate it. Oh, really? I'm building a PC tomorrow minus a GPU. What should I build on? I don't have a fancy Mac. Honestly, your kitchen table is totally kind. Who's winning this PC? This PC belongs to a commission. The PC that we're giving away, the links for that are going in there. It's the NCXT one. What fans are in the case? Because I don't have the fans that look similar. Might be able to help you out. The fans that are in the case are the SF120s, I think is what's in here. They come with the case. And then the top ones are MLs. I actually have LLs, but again, this is a commission build. It's what the person paid for. So. So it's not. I don't think they can. I don't think it'll be a big issue, right? So, the winner was Alamo something. I'm looking at it. She closed it already, so I can't see right. And guys, we'll find somebody to raid here in a bit. Again, I'm gonna wait until I can get the. Okay, the winner was Alamo Fight. Alamo Fight was the winner. Decline. Okay, we're just gonna get to the point. Let's see if we can fix this lighting thing. That's what I want to do. Accept. There's the build though. The build looks really good. I think if we did all white, it would look super good. But again, I know that one of the things for her, like for him, is like she wanted to be able to play with the colors and stuff like that. So I want to make sure she can do that. Cost Patty. KO Pat. Cost Patty 2008. Thank you very much for that. Are they SP120s? Because I have those and they work with the software. Okay, good to know, Edge. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think they're SF120, SP120s. Thank you. I think that's what they are, and I'm waiting for the software to install. And then I'll switch over to the lighting node and it should work. I'm just gonna make sure I'm gonna get into the software and see if I can see it. Did you, AMD is streaming? Oh, really? Really enjoyed this build. Thanks for an inspiration me. I gotta get some shut-eye. Hey, you too, man. Ethan, very much for hanging out, dude. How do you win these giveaways, Kim? They happen and we draw. They're pretty straightforward. Yeah, the giveaways are done, guys. What are the cables? The cables are Asia Horse. They're in the link down below. The cables are Asia Horse. It's not really an issue. It's chaotic. I mean, you should try and don't be dumb, but I mean, for the most part, if you're just smart about it, you should be fine. Okay, so our Windows is up. I want to get to the install. Before I upgrade all this stuff, I am going to just download. I'm going to download IQ. I bet you it's going to tell me I need to update though. The problem is that I need to get a newer version of Windows install, and I have one at home. I need to bring that and start using that. So I'm just downloading IQ right now. This build is kind of, oh, thanks, Foosball. That's because your build's tomorrow. Don't forget. Favorite case to build in is like either the P500 or the P600S. Those are both really great cases to build in. Also the Dynamics, the 011 Dynamics is another really great case to build in. Yes, tomorrow is going to be, if you want to see a crazy build, you want to come tomorrow, guys. That is going to be a crazy build. We're using the AH600 case. It's going to be bonkers. Hey, thank you, Alpha. I have a 26, and I'm looking for an upgrade for more FPS. Any recommendations between $700 and $900? Are you looking for $700 to $900 for a GPU, Alpha? Then 3080 or 3070 would be more than nice for that. Drop the sparkling ice and grab a White Claw. I don't know if that's a good idea. Okay, let's see what we got here in IQ. I'm opening IQ to see what I got here. No devices. Okay, so I do see the Lighting Node Pro. So everything does work. Okay, so what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm going to disconnect this. And that's gonna kill my fans. Oh no, they're not. I'm gonna connect this now. The Lighting Node Pro is there. I'm gonna update the firmware for it. So Lighting Node Pro is there. And let's see if I can go to, okay, so Lighting Node Pro is there. I'm gonna go to lighting setup. We have lighting channel 1 are the SP RGB series fans, right? Yes, I think it's lighting channel 1, SP. There we go. We have 4 fans connected. Okay, so there's the fans. Okay, cool. I do not know. Let's see what they can do rainbow wave, but they do rainbow wave like that. Yeah, they don't have the rainbow wave like the same way. So let's just, for the sake of stuff, let's just do this. Boom. There we go. There you go. There is a nice clean looking build. Or we could do like, yeah, so there you go. Now you got the instant lighting and everything's like the same color. Minus the fan. I mean, there you got a couple things there. But yeah, there's our lighting right there. You guys can see it. So it's all nice and white. Looks good. We got a little bit of RGB with the thing. The price of tomorrow's build is, he would know, I need to look. Let me see. I don't have it up. Let me look. I'll look. The price for tomorrow's build is. It's loading. It's loading. I'm gonna go ahead while we're doing this. While I'm waiting for that to load, run our updates. Check for updates. And we're gonna run these updates. Okay, updates are running. Okay, cool. Okay, tomorrow's build is, the total cost on that was, it was $2,500. The $2,500 was his build. Yeah, $2,500 looks like what it was. It might have been more than that. Was that more than that? $2,500 sounds right, correct? Foosball. Yeah, that's all the giveaways for tonight. Yeah, we've done all the giveaways. I believe so. If you tell me I'm wrong, let me know if I'm wrong. 220, yeah, Corsair 220 is a pretty good case, yeah. Thanks you very much, C-Mac. I'm building a new rig when I can find a 30 going to my wife and Olin. Can I use the same Windows key? Yes, you just need to call. There's actually some software, I don't know off the top of my head, for pulling that out. Oh, you're right, I didn't. Josh Pack. Yes, there is another giveaway. You are right. We didn't do the Twitch giveaway. Okay. This is everybody say thank you to Twitch. Wow, those of you who stuck around caught that one. Thanks, everybody say thank you for the Twitch. This is for the Western Digital 250 gig NVMe SSD. Starting that giveaway right now. 3 minutes, guys. Yeah. There you go. Thank you, Twitch. And thank you for reminding me. Oh, he just needs to check his text messages. Okay, so I did. Now everybody's reminding me. Yes, there are giveaways. And I don't have my... Where is my... Oh, there it is. Okay, good, do it. 321 Hype Train. Got to do that. There we go. Thank you for reminding me. That was a great catch. And now, right now, what we're waiting for is all of the updates are installing here. I'm gonna down. I gotta do. Okay. ASRock. ASRock. I gotta download the lighting for this. Okay, support. Model number is B550 Pro 4. Download. We want all the chipset drivers and all that sort of stuff, but what I want is polychrome. There it is. The cool thing is like, yeah, I'm glad that the software works with iCUE. I was a little worried about that. It doesn't have the options of like the nicer fans, but at least it works, which is good. We're installing the polychrome just to make it all the same color. It does. I agree. Polychrome does suck. It really is not the... the giveaway is still 56 seconds. I agree. The polychrome does suck. It's not my favorite at all. But it's the one that I need to... it's the one that obviously we have to use for this. So we can just make it white and then they can do whatever they want with the stuff afterwards. It's still installing. Okay, so that's all installed. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and install... this. I don't think we need to, but I'm going to check it real quick. I'm going to install our chipset software because that's one of the other things that does a good job of making sure that runs well. So now it's installing the chipset drivers. How much seconds do we have? Okay, so she's going to be picking a winner in just a few seconds. Yeah, I know. I know the PC needs to get installed. Okay, GeForce 2000 series. Start search. Oh, hold on. Sorry. No, not. Oh, geez. No, no. There we go. What we're doing is just installing our chemical driver for October. So there we go. We're kind of at the end here. We're just waiting for the stuff to be done. Running our Nvidia driver now. Then we'll change our lighting for the last bit. Change it to white. I'm a little worried about this because the motherboard, like this software is so terrible. So I'm hoping it doesn't, it'll mess with iCUE and it drives me bonkers. When are the Veritech parts coming out? The Eastern market is getting Gundam. I don't know, man. That'd be cool though, Licky McG. I would love to see Veritech parts come out. That'd be awesome. Okay, so let's not do rainbow. Let's do, we need the RGB. Mode is static, and we'll make it white. There it goes. Okay, cool. There we go. Now it's all good. It didn't mess with my stuff. That's the best part. And we're good. Okay. Well, guys, there we go. The lighting is all done. The PC looks good. We had a good time. I think it came out great. It's all white now. And then they can change it to whatever colors they want. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go find a place to raid and find a place to raid. Yeah, it's done already. We got it done at 9 o'clock. We got it done early. Hey, you're welcome, Brian, for hanging out and all that sort of stuff. Super big shout out to all of the mods, for the tech specialists and all the stuff who helped make this awesome. All of you guys for getting me over 2,000 paid subscribers over on Twitch. We are back tomorrow for a really, really crazy build. So, and it's nice using the MSI Gaming Trio 3080, which should be rad. It's going to be bonkers. It's going to be a lot of fun. And so you're definitely going to want to come and check that out. Who won? Burns FPS won. Burns FPS won from Twitch. So Burns FPS. So yeah. And it's gonna be great. It was Burns FPS. So congratulations to Burns. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and look for somebody to raid because we're at the end of the stream. So let's see what we got here. We got Nice Wig is playing. Covin's playing today. Somebody said AMD was streaming. Oh, they're just chatting. Okay, well let's. You guys. Okay, who do you want? Do you guys want to raid AMD or do you guys want to hang out with Covin tonight? You guys choose. Covin or AMD? AMD is just tech chat. What would you do? Everybody's saying AMD. Okay, so let's do AMD. Okay, we'll do AMD. We haven't raided them before. Let's go do a raid. We'll raid AMD tonight. Hopefully they're good. I don't know what's going on. Let's go ahead and start that raid now. We're gonna make it. We're gonna blow it up. That's for sure. Raiding that channel now. Here we go, guys. Have fun.